live. It says we are live. Live. Okay, so we're live. Let me see if I can get a hold of people in Discord. Hey, Nick. What's up? How are you doing? I was torn between calling you Alpha, Rhythm, or Drum and Bass. Good to see you again. Let me see if I can get pulled into their Discord. I think that did it. Cool, let me play around with the levels to see if I can actually get to hear him properly. I'll turn down my back. Well,
let us know if you need anything from us on that.
no, it's my config. It's all from on my end. But you know what I may do, since we're just starting and I'm a little bit early. I'm gonna go ahead and get the game going.
Nick is already in. Pat is already in.
Yes. I turn up my volume.
Yeah, if you'd like Ryan to sing you a song to test volume levels, we can do that.
Yeah, I've got I turned you up a little bit. That will help.
Cool.
Got plenty of room to turn you up still.
Testing.
Oh, you already sound good.
Hey guys.
Thank you.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about you guys?
Pretty
good. Saw you guys in here killing our news test NPCs.
Oh yeah, let me
Yeah, Nick's not allowed to exploit the fast spawning test NPCs anymore for his skill ups.
Sorry, his training dummy.
Yeah. There's no checks on level for skilling up on anything, and nothing ever goes green right now. So you can still kill level 1 at level 10, and it gives you a tiny bit of experience. So we had some alpha tester guys like mass pull level 1s to raise their defense skill up. So we had people like with absolute max defense because they would just swarm pull as many level 1s as possible. It's pretty funny to see those kind of things come out.
Hey guys, I've muted my Discord for a second so that I can. Do I actually have this hotkey somewhere? Let me see if I can remember the hotkey, because then maybe I can do a little thing where sometimes I'm not talking over people in Discord. But that may be too advanced for me. MCP, awesome. I'm glad this worked out. And Alpha, we'll go with Alpha. That work. Hey Pilgrim. Hey Zukin. Cool. People are filtering in. What was I gonna do? I think sound levels and stuff are all it's fine. We'll just do like before, though. I know. Who was it? Was it Kyle? Who was warning that there may be a lot of Discord chatter tonight?
Oh, yeah. I was just kind of explaining this in chat too, but we got back on Tuesday. We did the part 1, and you leveled up your druid, which is a great and fun experience going through level 3 there. Some of the stuff that we were kind of eyeing up and hoping to head into is gonna in our previous experiences cause some it requires quite a bit of communication and planning and staying on stuff. So do our best to answer questions and chit chat, but we'll have some break-in to do too. Finally get some stuff to test our talents.
Cool. I mean, I actually like it.
Thereof.
You guys can do all the talking and answering and stuff. Allows me to not run my mouth as much. MCP, were you talking about their mic or were you talking about me? Help me understand. And if anybody else is hearing anything weird with audio, now's a good time for us to work through that. No? Oh, wait. I forget there's a bit of delay. All right. Meanwhile, I'm going to look at other races and character. Great.
Oh, that's a good call. And you can like drag the body and turn them if you want.
Okay, NCP. Yeah, let me know if you hear it again. I think it's probably in the direction of my face. There's a bit of an aggressive gait. I noticed that when watching the playback of the last interview that we had with Jake, because I was doing this number. And so I'm sitting here just sort of looking at him talking, and I think the gate didn't trigger half the time, so it's going to sound like shit, and I'm going to feel bad about it. But what are you going to do? We'll have him back. No one wants to hear me anyway. Let's see. Let's play with this guy. Is it gating again if I do this? If I turn my head?
So I kind of mentioned in our last stream here, got currently 5 races implemented. We wanted to do a quick pass. The intention here on the island was to only have humans. So we didn't intend to really bust into a lot of the other races yet at this point. However, Modest from the Lantern EQ team working on the art, he wanted to kind of experiment with different ways that we could utilize the same textures across characters. We're very much about iconic items. When you see that item on somebody, you should say, "Oh, holy crap, I know what that is. Where did you get that from?" You can go out and camp it yourself. So as much as we love EverQuest, the fact that each race has its own leather appearance, chain appearance, and they're only ever that, is a bit of a bummer for me personally, at least, because I want to see what you've got. You see a short sword of Yukesha, and you know that person's got the top DPS weapon of vanilla and everything, so it's very exciting. But you can't tell when it's just chain across all of them. So the 89 different visual armor items that we have now work across all of the races, using some clever UV cropping and things of that nature. So you also see each one has multiple body types, as well as skin tones, eye shapes, brow and beard. So more distinct racial hairstyles will be coming out too to help further distinct them. The ogres do have some pretty unique hair shapes, and more of the races will get more of that flavor as well. You also saw some of the racial dancing and things like that going on. So definitely doing what we can to give them as much character as we can.
Yeah, on the body type, is that strictly to toggle between naughty bits, or are you going to do like different shapes as well?
Yeah, they're kind of the body type currently kind of dictates a traditional male-female slider. So,
Cool.
but it's definitely open to additional. We could definitely envision a race out there with 3 body types or just 1 body type. So
it's one of those things where it for me, I would love to be able to do more with body types and age and things like that. Given an infinite budget and no technical limitations, but
yeah.
Guys are cool. All of it's so cute. Again. Oh.
Yeah, everything's like just adorable, man.
I know her. See.
Yeah, and I did mention it in the chat, but our list there right now, very classic D&D, classic EQ, racial list. So we love those races. It's always hard because we look at EQ design, and that's kind of the pinnacle for us. But we will be maintaining a bunch of those classic EverQuest races, but we'll also have our own take on some stuff. Somebody asked about Ikasars and stuff, so as much as we love them, maybe we can have our own twist on something like that. You see.
Even Erudites thus, we're probably gonna have our own take on something like that. That seems like a good one to reinvent a bit.
Yeah. Is this an homage? The War Wizard.
Hidden here is a major wizard player, so expect wizards to be very OP in the game. So
Yeah.
he wants to be a Gandalf as well and
Cool.
drop the foe hammer while he's casting his ice comets.
Mm. Yeah, so I saw the War Wizard reference, and I was wondering if that was a homage to Brad and Steve Clover's original
Ori-
2 games.
Oh, you know what? It actually wasn't, but no, it was just something that I'd always wanted to mess with kind of a tank that got its aggro by doing some spell casting nuke type stuff.
Nice.
Just another hybrid type deal.
Do you ever play it, Sean?
War Wizard?
Yeah. I never actually
Uh,
played War Wizard, I don't
I
think.
don't think I played it. I think I watched the video from, man, I can't think of his name, but the guy that does the really good P99 sort of this is how you get in videos. Somebody in chat knows, I'm sure. Oh, F4. Music's great, but I don't know what it sounds like in chats. But competing with the Discord a little bit, so I want to I'll look at the volume levels here and see if we can get them right.
Yeah, generally for that what you have right now is kind of the defaults I'm thinking about shifting with. I find a very comfortable level. Master somewhere around 75, the sounds at about 70, and the music at about 30. So, but I don't know how it's gonna come out in stream. So, oh, Hidden's having a. It's not like a giant spider. I don't have a weapon.
Farming spell money, man. Do you know if Ali's joining us today?
No, he's got I think it's his wife's pre-birthday party. So he is out tonight, unfortunately. We thought he was going to be here, and then I think he had totally forgotten that on the schedule.
Oh, no problem. I'm wondering if we're waiting on anybody else in general.
Yeah, I need to join you guys at the front gate. I'm just doing a quest.
Cool. Sweet. We're all Leon Gate.
I will send some invites.
I will fail to see that you've sent me invites.
Oops. Same here. I'm in now. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, congrats on level 4.
Thank you.
What quest did you do?
Real pally here.
The cloak one and the follow-up.
Oh, okay. You just had them in your inventory already?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
We were having a lot of fun at the bandit camp. Well, you guys were delivering produce.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
Amazing. So, Sean, what's your timeline like? Are we heading out now, or
Yeah,
we're gonna wait
let's.
for a bit, or how are you feeling?
I'm good whenever you're ready to roll. I'll be able to go until 11 my time, so that gives us 3 hours.
Yeah, that's perfect. I can't stay as late as last session anyways because I got some stuff to do. So that works perfect for me.
Sweet. Yeah, so now we're all level 3 or 4, so that's cool. I think we should go back out to Allard's Fork where we met up and see what we can find from there. So
Cool.
we just head out and follow the path. If everybody's sold all their stuff and prepped. Really like to find ways to keep, you know, cities from being ghost towns, and I'm sure it's something that you think about a lot too, especially when you're looking at, you know, having different bespoke racial starting cities and things of that nature. So preparation and reasons to meet up, hang out, tell stories, share that playground knowledge, you know, get benefits, make sure all your crafting consumables are good to go, or and then head out. So what I'd love to see is, you know, you can have a ranger in your group, right? And they're fine, and the group's doing fine. They're just sitting there auto attacking, shooting arrows, hitting their abilities every once in a while. Then you play with a good ranger that's, you know, gone about collecting, crafting, creating his resources, you know, and he's set up a bonfire that's regenning the group. He's out there setting traps, he's pulling things, you know. So allowing people to, you know, get by, but be able to enhance and pull off really incredible things through preparedness and through their time in the cities and finding a good cadence, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've have characters that have literally sat in the jail cell in Lower Guck Lord Room for, you know, 3 months. So it'd be cool if there's more reasons to hobble out of there rather than just restocking some Jum Jum juice and continuing on.
For sure.
Ties into things like our food system,
Yep.
and we don't have anything like that now. But we want there to be some level of preparation that you have to do before your party heads out and things like that. And I think most adventures there'll be an advantage to starting in a city and then going, you know, to whatever your goal is.
Yep. Yeah, I think we're pretty tightly aligned on that one. We spend a lot of time talking about it as well. And it's you know, it's funny. I think I alluded to that in a Discord comment earlier today, right? As we're going into phase 2 and we're looking at starting to tweak some of the foundational systems to operate in a way where it kind of necessitates that type behavior. People may go, oh, wait, are you going a little too simulation-y, or is this a little too, is this going to be too much of a pain in the ass or whatever? But it's like, give us time, have a little faith, and you'll see how all the systems have to kind of work with each other if it's going to work out, right? It's like inventory slot, the number of slots that you have, the amount of weight that you can carry, the things that you have to bring with you in preparation, all of that stuff, they all work with that.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's exactly what you said. People complain sometimes that it goes too much into that like survival aspect where, you know, people say like having to eat and drink isn't fun. That doesn't add anything to the game. But I think there's a lot of ways you can make eating and drinking really fun and even social. So it's just finding the balance there.
So I'm noticing something today that we may want to rectify while we're still at this hub. I've had, like, I just had a little bit of a hitch, and I don't think it's the client. I didn't notice it before, and I want to basically look and see what's up with my system before we go any further. So, because I'd hate for us to crash in the middle of it. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes if you have, I mean, yeah, if you didn't notice it last time, then, I mean, I was going to say, if you're entering a new area after logging in, it does have to stream all these chunks to you. There can be some hitching, but if you think it's different than last time, you can investigate. But
yeah, let me do a quick look and see what happens here. Bring my task manager up. Okay, I don't see anything unusual. So task manager looked fine. I think we'll probably be okay. We'll go for it. I would feel horrible if I locked up or whatever in the middle of us doing this. I'd rather do it while it's still like 8:05, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, totally. I mean, there is a chance that it is something client because it's alpha and we have just a ton of bugs, so you never know.
Oh,
I
for
mean,
sure, but I just didn't see it last time. Or
I see.
yeah, and I got nervous because the other night, was it at the what were we doing? I was doing something. I thought I had a guest. I don't think it was when we started this, but I blue screened for the first time, and I don't think I've ever blue screened on this machine right as the stream started up. So,
Oh, wow.
okay, I'll stop worrying about it.
Sweet. Yeah, so this is Ellard's Fork, major hub here, kind of in the middle of the island between Greenwood Cover, where our druid started, and Leon's, where everybody else started. So this is where we met up yesterday and kind of continuing our adventures here. I definitely know what Ryan likes to do in the area. I'm seeing we're like level 3, so I talked to Guard Freeman over here, and he's talking about Moss Trooper presence up north. I've read about wolves in the area and some other things, so... I think the wolves are lower if we want to take a stop through there and then see what's up with those moss troopers, but...
Sure. Yeah, we can try. I honestly don't remember. The wolves always seem hard to me. I don't remember what level they are, but we can try. There's 6 of us. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah, cool. So if we head up the north path here, where we haven't been, steel lines do not advise. It's dangerous right now. There we have sweet. The guards were talking about the Pioneer pack here, which we also heard about in Greenwood. Whoop, I got too close. Yellow, slowing. So Pioneer pack here, it's, Greenwood covers built-in Pioneer, and so now they're kind of on the outskirts here. Since there's been kind of a rise of a competing pack of wolves that threatened to split them off, so...
Oh, and make sure you put your aggro on if you haven't, Titan. I forgot. I just did it now. GMs by default can't aggro anything, and then we test and it's really confusing. So
Yeah, I got mine on.
okay,
Alright.
sweet.
I guess somebody pull this dude or somebody... Oh, somebody's on something? Nope. This fool slowed.
Next time we do this, what I'll do is I'll also set up the Twitch overlay or the slobs overlay thing for Discord and link it to the channel so that as folks are talking, they can get a feel for who's saying what, and then if they've got questions, they can maybe direct them more specifically, but we'll save that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Very cool.
Probably next time you play, it will be like the premier dungeon. It will be the Knoll dungeon that is being worked on right now, so we're super pumped about that.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers.
Lovingly internally entitled Blockborough.
Blockborough. That's wonderful.
So there's a streamer, a P99 streamer, Gnome Mercy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of him.
Absolutely.
He coined that term super early, and I stole it, so I want to give him credit.
Absolutely. I could see that. I could see that. That seems like something he would do.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was No Mercy. I love it a lot with No Mercy and Green Team.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy. Oh, I might need a taunt here. Oh, thank you.
Very nice and very funny.
Oh yeah.
I'm spamming Nick, but our heals are pathetic.
Yeah, they're...
I'm gonna throw you on hidden.
Thanks, I'm healing myself too. I have my new heal. I just don't know if I'm gonna make it to 4 today.
I think I have a, well, no, my buff I think is a mana buff, but I think I've just been too poor to buy my buffs. Life's hard out there for an ogre.
Hmm.
I got my patch wounds on me though, so when we ding 4, we are off to the races.
Do you have a snare, Titan? Or actually, does Sean have a snare? I don't
I
remember.
don't.
Druid's-
I don't think I'm playing a mage. I don't know if mages have snare.
Oh, I see. Then it
Yeah, I
would
don't
be.
think
I
so.
thought you were playing the Necro. So that's Pattis. Does Pattis have a snare? I don't remember what level people get what.
I'm not sure which one. What's the name of the snare for the Necro?
The icon looks like a little purple drop.
I do not.
Okay, that's fine.
I think it might be 4.
So this is going to be very interesting. The next section. If no one has snare, it's going to be like twice as fun.
Oh.
Did you get dull senses?
I
with your
did,
bow?
yeah. So at least I
Okay,
have that.
that's helpful. Yeah, Necromancer snare is 4, I think.
Oh, okay, and the Druid one must also be 4 then.
Where you guys want to go? Should we go over here? So it's deeper in.
So Belfaster asked in chat, do you have a plan as of now for the path you're going with for release, going for investment and staying close in development, early access, or staying small and keeping things under wraps until proper release?
Probably the last one out of the 3. It's all up, it's very, very, very early, so it's all up in the air right now, but out of those 3 options, it would be closer to the last one.
I mentioned it in previous streams, but kind of the approach right now that was laid out early, and actually sitting because it was very, very smart, I think. We're building a vertical slice first, so kind of a full experience, playing humans on a bunch of different classes, levels 1 through 12, have all of the features and functionality all working on this island. As we're kind of simultaneously right now starting to build out what would be the actual world. Then we take the lessons we learn here and the foundation that we have and apply that as we build, the real world, if you will. So that said, though, this island's already been pretty compelling bit of content. We're seeing people to get to level 10 are already spending, 20 plus hours per character doing so. So it's been pretty neat. So here we can see what the Steel Lions are concerned about with this roving young wolf from the Deep Vine pack. He's going to come over here and Casanova it up and make a whole new wolf pack, and that's never good.
Oh no.
We're a small team too, so one of the concerns we have with something like early access, as everybody knows, is we're definitely not going to be able to create content as fast as players are going to be able to devour it. And we've seen it on this island. We've had people come in, some alpha testers, and put in 100+ hours on the island, absolutely experience every tiny bit of content the island has, just completely, demolish it in terms of any little fun thing you can do. And then now they're waiting for more. So with an alpha system or a early access or something, it would be really, I think it would kind of be sad to experience the game in little spurts as we pump out content. I think it won't really have that magical feeling as being able to experience the whole game.
Episodic probably isn't a great way to do.
Yeah.
We just gotta, and we're always honing the pipeline, and a big thing, with this art style and with the systems is, considering how rapidly we can make content. But we gotta still get largely ahead before you can open up the gates,
Yeah, definitely.
We need a good head start, so it's a lot of writing.
Retro Gamer. This is our, 3rd time playing now? It's a lot of fun, dude.
But that is definitely one of the advantages we have with using voxels is that we can create content at a relatively quick pace as far as the art and the terrain and stuff goes.
Totally, yeah. Our pipeline's surprisingly good right now. I think I was talking about that earlier. Adding new NPC is, very, very fast considering, even compared to a year ago or something like that. And adding new quests and items and things like that. But it still is, the content is still a slow process. And we have one city with, a couple dungeons and whatever, and expanding that out, there is a giant content piece ahead of us that we're definitely gonna have to either expand the team for or have a really, really, really long development time. So it'll be interesting to figure that out.
Can you walk folk through the timeline on this, the origins and how you've gotten to this point?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not from the industry, so Sean has the advantage of years of experience and stuff like that, and I'm a programmer who was just interested in MMOs. So I did what a lot of people who are just interested and say, oh yeah, I could make an MMO. I investigate Unity, spend $4,000 on assets, try and piecemeal something together, where every model is 100,000 tries, and you can't customize it. You have no control over it. Everything's 4K textures. Everything is, so I went through some of those experiments in Unity just because I was very curious. Projects like Project Gorgon really inspired me because it was a husband and wife team that made this incredible game in Unity that very unique and very playable and super fun. And I'm a huge fan of Project Gorgon, and seeing some of that stuff, I was like, oh man, I can do this better.
Right.
Spoiler, I can't. Or not in the timeline I thought I could, because everything looks so. If you break it down in your head, the steps you need to go through to be able to make it an MMO are so reasonable when you break it up. And in reality, it's just an absolutely monumental task. So, over the years, I cut down scope. I moved away from getting Unity assets and things like that. Started experimenting with kind of more of an EQ style game. So I think Sean and Nick and whoever's been following me on Twitter has seen that evolution where I said, you know what, let's while we're talking here, we'll go into the cave maybe.
Cool. Yeah, Nick. Ali and Nick and Ali were sending me images from your Twitter account. I think
exactly.
From the stage that you're about to talk about.
Yeah. So I started that Twitter account. I think it's been around 5 years now. So then, moved to kind of a more EQ-ish look where I was able to actually make some mobs and make the areas myself. And even still, that what at that time was solo was very it was way too much work. So I mean, I've told this story I think before on stream, but you wake up and you find that you're placing this candle on a table, and this table's like in a room, and this room is in a city, and end up spending 20 minutes like placing the table and the candle properly, and you're like, this is actually impossible. This is an impossible game to make for one person. If I extrapolate out placing the candle on the table and getting the lighting right, it will take me 200 years to make this game.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've probably felt that too when you're in Blender kind of fiddling with something and you realize that and again, I was thinking I was going to be solo at that point, so I was, as a fiddling in Unity with moving stuff around, I'm like, this is not sustainable. So trying to find a way to reduce scope with still keeping the vision I want. The vision I wanted was things like being able to have a starting experience for each race and lots of content. So I experimented with this just as kind of like a little, just because I was interested in voxel worlds, and then I just tried a little bit of a mashup, and it actually solves a lot of problems in terms of constraints, which I think the more you constrain yourself, the more creative I think you can get. So I think we've just hit this really awesome balance with. No, go ahead, Kyle.
We are on a pack mother, sorry.
Oh,
make sure everybody's aware we're killing something hard. sorry.
Anyways, that's the long and the short of it. Essentially, is that there's 3 parts: a super high res MMO that a team of 100 people probably couldn't make, and then I moved a little lower fidelity, which I also think probably would be impossible for me, or not impossible. It would take 50 years, and then I think this one's landing to where it's we struck something really cool, kind of by accident. But it's been a several year exercise because I had to do a lot of learning that other teams, probably didn't have to do as much learning, because I made a lot of the classical mistakes you see in every indie dev, which has been fun.
Well,
it's been a neat journey.
A lot of those mistakes are just game development, period, right? Like, I haven't been on a team that hasn't made mistakes, and in many cases hasn't made the same mistakes. And I think that people sometimes forget that the more this becomes a project that's just not one person or 2 people, the more that you're building a game while building a team, while also potentially building a company, and then those things are additional variables that eat up their own time and have their own considerations.
Totally, and that's actually a really good part. Up until I was solo up until the Voxel version of the game started really becoming something special, and then Kyle joined. I think when was that, Kyle?
April.
Yeah, so April, and then from then it kind of exploded to where he's introduced me to a lot of people. I also met, I think, Devin and Titan independently, I think. And then so it's been really cool, because we've had some people come in and build the world using in-game tools, and then eventually we started using some more tools kind of made for Minecraft. We've had Modest come in. He looks at the game, he says, "Nah, this isn't like good enough," and redoes every single texture and every single mob that I made and things like. I think the knoll. I think the
worth
knoll is still my geo, just to throw that out there. That's the only one that survived the test of time.
He yeah, it's worth mentioning too that he's redoing all of the EverQuest classic art again for the 3rd time over. Now that more N64 texture archaeology has come, so expect even better EverQuest textures out of him.
And I actually found out about this project from Sean's first stream.
Oh, no way. I don't think oh, yeah, I did know that.
And a friend of mine had linked it to me, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And I'd actually tried to make something similar to this, using Minecraft and Java and all that. And that was, probably 5 or 6 years ago that I tried to do this, and just kind of left it there, and then found this project. And I was like, ooh, I really want to be part of this and create some spaces in the world. And
yeah, like Titan created pretty much everything we're gonna play through today.
Yeah,
like Titan built
Awesome.
by hand. So yeah, that undead dungeon we did yesterday was Devin, and he had to build that all with the really old school tools, which is awful.
It was something like 600,000 clicks he did to build out that dungeon we ran through in like 10 minutes yesterday.
Yeah, I keep track of every, like when you build in game, I keep track of every single voxel that's placed or destroyed, so we can always roll it back or rewrite history. And so we ran some stats, and it was very depressing.
I want to mention too, Belfaster, thanks for mentioning on the animations and stuff, and that kind of adds to everything that we were saying. Ryan was talking about those high fidelity MMOs, and we've all seen a lot of failed Kickstarters and some really great games, especially with like Proto Factors are two just amazing artists on the Unity store. I used it in my old MMOs and stuff like that. So they get these bad, kind of reputations, but it's really what you do with it, because a bunch of our mobs in here are using the Protofactor models, actually. We also have, if you're familiar with Hellish Quart, really cool sword fighting game, amazing animator named Kubald. We use a lot of his fighting animations and survival animations as well. So it's really cool being able to use those, because the way we use them, we have no skinned meshes. Instead, we're taking that skeletal structure and applying voxels directly onto it. So you lose all of that stretching data anyway, and then we're only using certain bones. So you never really identify it or see it, but allows us to come up with these really cool And it's really interesting because you can completely change the character's personality depending on what bone you've anchored, the torso to, for example. So sometimes you play and tweak with those things, and yeah, so it's been really cool. Modest has done a couple of like custom hand animations for him, and we can edit animations right in Unity. But animating is massive undertaking, and this allows us to get NPCs in real quick.
Yeah, long story short, we can, buy assets, use their animations, but reskin them in our style. And the initial, it's very, very hard to even tell sometimes where we're pulling the animations from because
Yeah.
the geo is so different. And animation is really, really hard, really, really time consuming. Something that I'm horrible at. And Modest is our best animator on the team by far, but it's horrible. It's awful work. I wouldn't unless we found somebody with that skill set, it's very, very hard to find something that looks passable. So we've been able to piggyback on that, which is really fun.
Especially since both Ryan and I have a horrible addiction to the Unity asset store and have second mortgages to pay for our asset store addiction. So it gives us a wide berth of content to use. Where are we, Mike?
Yeah, I don't know. We're going the
Oh, where are we?
backside, I guess.
No, we're heading towards like Pioneer, right? This Delta Wolf. Get with your pack, bro.
I actually haven't EXP'd up in this area. I know there's a small cave up on this hillside here somewhere that we can go kill some more wolves before we go to bandits.
Is anybody even getting close to 4?
Let me check.
I think Nick might be.
I'm halfway through level 4.
I'm just kidding.
4. Oh. I see Titan dropped, but he's level 5, eating up our pie.
Yeah, I was eating everyone's EXP, so I dropped, and I'm just doing some pet auto attacking outside of combat.
Oh, and there actually is a bit of a bug where, it's an embarrassing bug, but essentially, exp-wise, the rich get richer. So if you're higher level and you're in a group, you
You might want to dismiss Goner. He looks like he wants to kill Paytas.
He's on a rampage. I was
he killed Skeleton Goner and then ran over and started attacking Paytas.
Yeah, I was really confused in that.
Yeah, I was like, things seem like they might be going awry.
Even the best trained pets can turn on you. You got to be very careful when you're dealing with wild summoned entities.
we always joke that this game is like essentially a PvP game because we keep having bugs. Like this must be our like 200th bug where PvP is enabled.
It wants to be PvP. Now that Skeeter is in the source code, being the guy that ran Rise of Zack, I'm sure he's going in there and re-enabling PvP every night where it's sleep.
But I was saying there's a bug right now where the higher person in the group like gets even more experience. So it's Nick will slowly outlevel all of us.
Yeah.
Do you need me to drop out for a little bit, or?
No, it's not like severe. It's just it's not how it should be.
Is there experience loss on death?
No.
I was about to say we can fix it for you, Nick.
I'm taking a beating on G-Frag.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
It's
2
off
of
me
these
now.
is
It's on
pretty
Nick.
hard. I'm at 30 mana. But Nick has Psalm of Life. I gotta train myself to not call it LOH.
Yeah, good luck.
Right?
I have that consumables fallacy where I never use, long cooldown abilities or items because I'm waiting for that perfect moment that's never coming.
Not one of the burn it whenever it's up type.
I try my best, but I just try to get better at it. Even like battle arena games, I'll be playing paladins and stuff, and it's like on an instant respawn, you're getting all that stuff back, and I'm like, nope, I'm saving this for the perfect moment. Ooh, what's this? What is a pet? I think we might have found the source of those roving males.
Poor puppy.
Sounds are just brutal and make me sad. I have some little puppy yelps too. I've been wanting to put on the pups, but I don't even know if I can do it.
As far as Sword and Board's question about integrating or letting high level players play with lower levels, I don't think we have anything planned for that. If you want to play with your friend or whatever, it's probably make a twink or re-roll or something. But in terms of you know, adjusting people's level to be able to play together and stuff like that, I don't think we're really into those newer mechanics. So probably not the answer you want to hear, but something that I think decided pretty early we're not going to do with this game.
I love like the content scaling of, you know, say Elder Scrolls Online, one Tamriel or Tamriel Unlimited expansions, and some of the Guild Wars 2 stuff and stuff. But it's also just a very, you know, kind of different experience too. So
Yep.
it's very different when I think between what is a modern MMO design. If I was writing my design doc for a modern MMO, what it would be versus the MMO that I want to play and that we're kind of making here. Two very different things, you know. So.
Yep.
Because I could be convinced of the virtue of everything. I can say, you know, wow, I really want a dungeon finder. Because there's a bunch of games I'm not going to play without a dungeon finder nowadays, you know. I don't want to do that here kind of deal, you know.
Yeah, it's tough. I like you said, I absolutely understand the merits, and we always want to allow people to be able to play with their friends. But all the alternatives just really seem to break the immersion for me.
Little too systemy.
Yeah, a little bit. But again, we're still so early that who knows. I think it's hard to make any blanket statements. I can't imagine we'll have a system like that, but you know, maybe we'll come up with something new that nobody's ever thought of that makes a lot of sense. Or,
True.
but I mean, who knows? I don't see that happening, but you never know.
There's a nice view from up there, by the way.
Yeah, if you
Love
look
the
out,
love the verticality of this area.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah,
not
it used
aggro.
to be very, very flat, and then
It's a shame that we're up there during the nighttime because it is a pretty good view during the day.
it's just barely night too. We got a long night ahead of us. Okay, should we? Oh, Nick, man, you need to heal. Talking too much. You have our craft be heal now too,
Yeah.
so we can just blame it all on you.
Belfast, that's a great question on using zoning at all or all open world and stuff. So right now it all is streaming in chunks for your, like I said, the zones aren't present locally for you, and they're streaming in from a server and stuff. So it's all kind of built around this open streaming concept and using NPC pools and stuff like that. That said, there are definite benefits to, you know, in some ways breaking up or sectorizing all of those things. So definitely something we're always exploring and playing with. So the
I might
island
need you
that
to taunt this, Nick. Just never mind. Someone got it off me.
I had a heal coming for you too.
Thanks.
So yeah, this island is I don't know if you want to say it, but hidden 2K. Is that right?
Yeah, the map is 2K or 2,000 blocks by 2,000 blocks. It doesn't sound that big, but it's actually very big. Like to run from the main city to the main dungeon's like 8 minutes.
If you got a heal, I'll take one.
Oh no!
boy.
You're
Sorry, I
not.
didn't forget how to group.
Oh yeah, that's
Sorry,
right. I was about to say I didn't see you in the.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's all good.
Oh, you know what we should do? Right after this is let's go to the fork and bind everybody.
Oh yeah, smart.
I don't think we did that last time.
Yeah, so you know, we definitely want these large streaming. There's a lot of different ways to do it. So you can have zones, but it plays like it's open. You know, you can layer in your NPC pools differently and stuff. And the architecture that's hidden, if you're in our Discord, one of the first posts in Dev Talk, I think, kind of shows some of the architecture stuff with its horizontal scalability. So yeah, it'll definitely be something that we play with. But at bare minimum, what we can say is the island's running great, so it gives us like this 2K 8-minute through an area kind of experience minimum. So We
I
we
think
can
that's the right
leverage
way
that.
to put it. Right now, the plan is to have no zones, just a giant open seamless world. But I think like we might bump up against some tech restraints or problems or something as things scale out to have. This island already has over 1,000 mobs. So if we like extrapolate that, like we might have 50,000, 60,000. So we'll have to in the final game or more. So we'll have to see what bottlenecks first. And I always say there's like a 20% chance we just end up going traditional zones or something just because it really nicely packages stuff up. And there's also advantages to zones. But the plan, at least for right now, is to try and have the entire thing be one giant open world. So we'll see what happens. I am completely out of mana.
You can sit dances as well, which is a lot of fun. Oh yeah. Definitely wanted to make sure we could have all the different emotes that you can do, you know, able to do well seated as well. Because I definitely envision a lot of sitting around the campfire, you know, licking your wounds, telling your tales, and doing your emotes. Eating, drinking, bandaging yourself, sharpening weapons on them, and even dancing. It could be a lot of fun.
With this conversation, I kind of half expected you guys to be sitting around my corpse like a campfire.
Oh,
Not a
We
bad
considered-
idea.
We considered burning it, and yeah, you got your light source and everything. Give him his Viking funeral.
toss on our torches.
This looks like a cannibal situation.
All right, cool. I'm not even close to 4. I'm 1 bubble in.
I think we should head over and see what kind of
You
trouble
wanna
we
try
can
to
get
break
into.
it? Break
Yeah,
some stuff?
and if it's too hard, it's too hard. But we'll invite
Mike back.
yeah, we'll invite Mike back into the group and give it a
Does
shot.
anybody know how to get back to Allard's from here? I can't even. It's so dark.
Yeah, I
Maybe
just
this
ran here
way.
from there.
Yeah, I think it's that way, right? I think Nick was trying to show us.
You have an expert cartographer in the group.
That's fair.
I know the island a little bit.
Hey man, I get lost every once in a while. Coming out of the undead dungeon, I get turned around almost every time. Especially at night.
So is your rugged bare chested thing, is that due to lack of items, or is this just what
Oh, it's
what you,
literally just because I started over with you in Druidland where we were poor and life was hard.
I was wondering if it
don't
was
have
a
a breastplate.
stylistic choice.
No,
I can't
I
see
mean,
my
yeah,
own.
totally.
It is a
That's how I live my life too, real life.
It is a good look. Yeah, no, most of us managed to get some woolen workaday, which is essentially cloth armor out where we were. You guys got some stuff, but it was all rancid and beat up and stuff, so it's not visual currently. Probably actually will be.
AC in this
better.
game, especially early game, is absolutely like huge. Like, it makes a massive difference. So we're at a disadvantage for sure. If we had full work a day, we'd be a lot hardier. So kind of like EQ, the smartest thing to do is to funnel your money over to Nick so he can help tank more. But he's got some. Looks like he's got some stuff.
It looks like he's got leather breastplate even. Is that wax thread? Or?
Yeah. I got the Devout Paladin's tunic actually.
Oh, okay.
When
You guys can vendor here, and then we can go up to the fort. I think that cloth armor drops at the bandit fort as well too.
nice.
Yeah.
When we first
Bell and
started,
Dine.
when we first put pallies in, it was like almost impossible for them to solo to hit level 2 for a bunch of reasons. So we gave them that tunic and a better weapon because you literally couldn't kill a level 1 mob. It was that hard. And then we figured out that there's other problems that we've since fixed, but pally life was really tough solo.
Hmm.
Are we bound? Are we binding?
Oh yeah, let's do
Bind
that.
people?
Yeah. So I'm gonna bind.
So we do
Nick.
have some bind spells in. I did Sean. You
Okay.
did Nick. Had us.
I got-
I'm gonna do myself.
I'm gonna do myself too.
Cool.
So,
So we got the
I
spells
don't
and
grab
gate spells
Titan.
for that all set up. So just
Oh.
GM
There you
ya.
go.
Sweet. Scarred Freeman. Oh, he doesn't want to. Uh-oh.
Things poop.
I'm not sure. This guy doesn't want to respond to me.
Well, it could be that the NPC server is down or something. Pattis just left too, and he said, "Oh,
Oh, there goes Guard Freeman.
There it
I
is.
think yeah, okay. Some just choked up for a sec. Welcome to Ellard's Fork, traveler. It is the Steel Lion's charge to protect the travelers and caravans that pass through the crossing. May you find safe passage on the roads and be vigilant of the Moss Trooper presence." What? Moss Troopers. Yeah, or so they've been come to know, and they see themselves as some kind of protectors of nature, but really they are just thugs. They are led by Captain Walcott and a vigilant ranger and protector of the home. Captain Walcott? Sad turn of events. Still does not excuse the anarchy his organization now causes. Dealt the same hand, just look what Pulper Barian has done with the cover.
I'm back. Sorry, I crashed.
no problem." What were the symptoms? Did it just like actually crash, or
Yeah,
lock up, or?
I froze up, so I had to
Oh, okay.
do a hard restart.
Gotcha. It's good to know. Game right now is a bit of a memory hog too, so depending on how much RAM you have or what else going on, we have seen some crashes just because we haven't really done a pass getting the memory down. So
Sweet. Are we feeling good? Should we?
I think so.
yeah, we
Or do we
can.
need to do other stuff? How are people doing?
If Pattis is coming in, we can wait. A couple
Just
Oh,
waiting on
okay.
the load right now.
Oh, okay. My
Okay.
bad. Sorry, I thought you were in it. My bad.
Gotta have those classic EQ loading times.
All right, now I'm back in.
Mom, hang up the phone.
Totally. All right, let's head over.
Now, my advice here would be follow Hidden Tree, because I don't know. You've broken this place the most, I think.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Again, I've done a lot of testing with solos, duos, trios. Not a lot with 6, so it's either going to be, maybe it's just really easy. I have no clue. So this will be fun. We're low enough that it might be interesting, but we can just start pulling this stuff as we head up.
We could do it like the bad guys in a Bruce Lee movie. We could go in one at a time.
Yeah. It's just, oh, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's dead.
Now that I mention it, you kind of have a Chuck Norris thing going on.
You take that as a compliment.
You should.
Earlier we were talking about like higher level people in groups and stuff, and that was always an interesting dynamic for me when playing EverQuest. When you've got that you're at the bandit camp at like level 10 or whatever, and then you have like a level 14 or something barbarian warrior there at the camp with you, and like he just seems like the beefiest, the beefiest tank that you've ever seen in your entire life, just because he's got 4 levels on you and he's able to tank all the bandits like they're nothing.
Totally.
Those
Or the guy that'll
interactions.
hang out there and kill the griffins for your little orc one group, you know?
Exactly. It's those types of interactions that just sort of emerge, and you have those higher level people that kind of hang out, and you need to meet them. It's aspirational. They get to feel powerful.
Totally, and if you scale those guys all down to level 6 when they enter the zone, which I think is what Guild Wars does, then you kind of like, I don't know, it's very strange to me.
Cool. I'm meting 50%
Oh,
mana, but we can keep like pulling in here. Yeah, this looks fortified, so
this
Good
looks
at
like it
night.
could kill us.
yeah. I definitely want to make sure we die. We had some pretty gnarly wipes. Same thing happened if you remember the first time we were in the on Dead Dungeon, you know, if you and I love this, it happens in EQ all the time too. When you get rolling and everybody's paying attention, everything's real smooth. And we're like, oh, this is too easy. And we didn't pay attention to one spawn time or that one person had an ad and pulled in. And you know, then we did a wipe in what 2.5, 3 consecutive CRs afterwards.
Hmm.
So it can definitely get brutal breaking into here. So
That's
always fun for
fantastic.
me.
Yeah, what I like about EQ is whenever you die, you really feel like it's your own fault. You never feel like it's the game's fault. So I think that's the magical spot to land where you want to feel like, oh yeah, it's because I didn't snare. Oh yeah, it's because I did this or that. Or oh man, why didn't I split those two? So I want it to always, I want you to feel frustrated at yourself and not at the game.
And that'll work if you're the healer. Otherwise, the rest of the group will feel frustrated at you.
That's very fair.
Yeah, Alpha knows.
It's a cool little crook. I don't know what
I'm gonna
that
save
is.
my mana for when they hit like 30% and finish them off with the nuke, so we can avoid some of the running issues.
It's really smart. And because there's resists in, it will be a little, I think it'll be a little dicey.
This might this guy too, Sean. I think this might be. Oh, this is back. No, this is chest. Here might be something to make you look cooler. By G-Frag here, the Forester. This Forester corpse has a chest piece that I think you can wear.
Hidden tree? You don't want this? We can see it on you if you get it.
Sure.
Yeah, or that.
Let's see. Boom. Oh yeah. I do look fantastic.
Ooh, look at that.
Hmm.
And we're all not helping Nick kill.
He doesn't need help. He's level
No.
8 by now.
I got priorities there. I'm wearing the staff and the robe.
Should we look at a lull here? Nick, you feel good pulling or?
We might need a lull to the right inside here.
So I'm gonna do my best. You can get a critical failure, and then we're just gonna get a bunch. But oh, I don't have it memmed. 1 second. Awkward.
A critical failure would be an LUL. No? Not going for it? Alright. I
Oh,
try.
sorry. What was that? I
Oh,
missed it.
lol instead of lol.
Oh, I get it.
Now you get it.
Now I get it. See, I got it. Oh
I like
God.
the vowel.
I'll be here all
okay.
night, folks.
Yeah.
Friggin'
Well, somehow we got a single there. I don't know how, but I'm with
we're
it.
getting carried by tightness too. He's freaking 6 mage. Stupid.
Why did he not choose an appropriate level character? Is my question.
I don't know. You know what it's gotta be.
On all the groups, I started off like 1 level above everybody, and I've just been eating all the EXPs.
Yeah, that's fair. Like I said, the rich
GM
get richer.
GM level him to 3.
I mean, you could bring yourself back down
Yeah,
to 5.
If you know it offhand, just bring me back down to 5 or 4.
If you target yourself and hit GM level
Target
4.
nothing.
Oh, target nothing. You're right.
Target nothing and do /GM level 4 and you'll be back to 4.
Probably will help, actually. Your pet will still just be as powerful, so that won't change. So
Yeah.
we'll just make it so you don't eat as much of our XP, which will be nice.
All right. Welcome to level 4.
You keep all your skills and stuff too, so it's not too bad. Yeah, that's smart.
Oh, we need a pulling ability that's kind of like a coercion, where you could come up and be like, "Hey, dude, just come with me for a second." The way that guy casually strolled out of the camp, it almost looked like he was like, "Really? There's something out here? Yeah, just come out here.
Sounds like a good rogue ability.
Yeah.
Meet my friends."
Yeah, or enchanter, coercion. But it makes me think of Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. You know, follow me.
I think Kyle and I talked about that at one point, like different types of pulling mechanics where EQ just has like your harmony or your feign death pulling, but like what if there was other stuff where you could silence another guy or mute somebody and he won't aggro stuff around him or stuff like that, blinds.
Mhm.
And
Tell us when you think we should move in, Nick.
Well, I'm pulling another one out.
The respawn times are somewhat aggressive, but we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
We're also just leveling, so it's not the end of the world. We're not in any big rush.
An hour in, yeah. So, say as long as
Yeah.
you're moving out of here within an hour, you should get to see some other cool sights. And
Do you want to do another lull? There's a camp at 2 here.
Sure, I'll try. My first one got resisted. I'm pretty low compared to these things, but we'll see. I need harmony, unresistible something. Okay, I'm gonna try and lull that back one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That was a resist, by the way. I don't know how I didn't get 2. Oh, we got 3. Yeah,
After we clear these, we can probably move in.
cool. I don't know if these are repops or not, or what's going on.
we had one repop from out here.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I hesitated speaking out loud that GM command. Of course, you have to be on a GM account to do it. But then I considered all of the unfortunate things happening with New World today, and I'm like, oh, it could be worse. Some people were asking about the architecture of MMOs and the lessons to be learned. Say one of the big ones there is never trust the client.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing that with the dodge issues on New World and
New world, same old problem.
yeah, right.
I don't know. That's super amateur software development. Like that's like 101 for creating anything online that's secure.
Yeah, it's kind of, especially with like how vexing of a problem it was for WildStar with their client side movement, and theirs is very understandable with their hoverboards, and so is New World's more snappy movement and stuff. But then you just need aggressive sanity checks at bare minimum, and to be able to pass an invulnerability through dodge to the client.
You guys, sorry, I want to cut you off, but we should probably move in before the respawns to the left.
Left, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could stand over here for a second.
A lot of MMOs will have client authoritative movement in one way or another, just because it gives you Liquid's, smooth experience. But and that doesn't really bother me too much. But it was some of the other things that I read about that were more interesting, I'd say. This game has client authoritative movement with checks, but if you drag the client window, you will not become invulnerable.
Yeah, this has been a good break. Full groups.
Yeah, it makes a big difference with
We've
6.
done 3 or 4 mans, like a level or 2 higher, and like breaking right, mini wipes and stuff. We usually break
I'm
right.
getting low-ish on mana. I'm at like 20. But if you guys are good,
Rock out.
I'm leveling though. I'm like 65% into 3.
Yeah, I'm like 55, so it's moving.
Yeah, I'm 60.
Yeah,
That's
now
great
get
because I got my spells with me.
Uh-oh, a tamed wolf. Yeah, I bought patch wounds. Oh no.
I could only afford my new pet.
Oh, I got my targeted infravision.
At least your new pet's probably the most important spell. At least, Pat.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
That's gonna be sweet.
I wonder if it looks different. Might be cool. Yeah, I agree. Days, Wild Stars, such good times.
I
So
think there's a named up in that tower, Craftsman Reed.
yep.
Oh yeah.
So if you guys need to use the stream to pump Shiba Inu coin,
We do. Yeah, I do.
feel free to do that. I understand.
Cool. I've been doing it all day in our Discord too. So.
I saw that. Nothing wrong with that. You guys pump it as much as you want and can.
I'm just gonna say, let me retire and I'll be working on ECO a lot more. So.
Exactly. I'm not gonna say that our project may share a similar fate based on a variety of cryptocurrency, but yeah.
You're like, I'm not saying it's an unofficial financing strategy, but
I'm not saying it's a strategy.
Yeah, it's been cool to ride on the shibs. It's great. Congratulations, Alpha. Been diversifying in Algo and Ravencoin as well for some quick future shout outs.
Cool. The MT Gox settlement seems to be almost at the end after 8 or 9 years or whatever it's been, so that's also nice. I don't know if you're familiar with that one.
I'm not sure if we're gonna need a lull here or not, but maybe.
I mean, my lulls have been pretty useless just because I'm getting resisted. But if we get a couple,
Just bring him like an off tank one with the pet.
Okay.
It's named in a brigand though. Beware.
it might be hard, but who knows? Maybe we'll get
Oh, look at that single pull. Look at that. Beautiful, man. You get to do the next Silver Wing or Nexona pull now.
Are your bees actually landing? I guess they are.
Did they? I didn't even look. I just like seeing them. Let me scroll up.
No, actually it didn't. Got resisted because it's not on them. I'm just getting mad resist. The resist code we just put in last week, and it might be too aggressive. I don't know.
Yeah, he's level 7. You're 4, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm 3.
I'm 3 as
you're
well.
3.
So
Yeah,
so it's really rough landing on these guys.
I'm getting slows off pretty decently.
I'll just stick to sitting and popping baby heals.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
This is the Druid way.
Do you have? Oh, I think you get a DS that you can give Nick next level.
I don't think I
Pop.
didn't buy anything.
Yeah. For the whoops. Oh God. I'm trying, Nick.
Landed 1. I'm gonna try to get the Brigand aggro with the soil.
Yeah, with 2 on him, it's pretty hard to heal.
Yeah. Okay, I got the aggro healing Nick. Nice ping pong Nick. Sweet. Plus 10 DKP for Nick.
Yeah, these are so high level. I'm leveling so fast now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Skeeter wants to show us. If you guys read my document, you would see I already have this mechanic in the Enchanter's spell set. Alluring Demand forces the Enchanter's target to walk to the Enchanter's location for a short period. After the debuff wears off, the target will go back to its origin. There's a small chance that the target will remember what the Enchanter did after it wears off.
There you
Ooh, I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, now we know why he makes the big bucks, right?
Demay asked about
go. A lot of repops.
when you guys are going live. I know you've mentioned it before, but if you want to repeat.
Yeah.
When we're going live?
Yeah.
Oh, it will be a while.
Yeah.
We're still, yeah. Although this game is very playable, I think as you guys can see, it's still. I would even say it's kind of in like a tech demo phase, like definitely pre-alpha, but yeah, probably in the order of years, but.
We fully intend on passing this on to our children, and hopefully they will launch.
It's like an ancient Chinese jade vase. 3 generations of our family worked on this, son.
It's but no, in all actuality, you mentioned it before, and it's on the website and the frequently asked questions as well. But for those of us who are building out first a kind of vertical slice, get humans on this island with all the classes working, with all the mechanics that you'd expect, get crafting in, all the melee abilities, all of that stuff, and then simultaneously kind of working on expanding the real world. So as that happens, there will be, you know, a widening of the net of closed alphas and open alphas and stress tests and stuff. So all of that will be announced as we kind of figure out the timeline and how those will work through our Discord. So if you are interested in getting to check stuff out sooner, I'm not saying when it can or will happen or anything like that, but our Discord is definitely where we would announce that. So.
And it's not something we're just saying to get people to join our Discord. We've had lots of active people in our Discord come in and play the game already. People like Rekatech, who was just really helpful and knowledgeable and was into the game, and we made him an alpha tester, and he found 1,000 bugs and leveled the crap out of the island. And we have had people come in and do that periodically. It's not just a empty promise.
Then you can find a Discord via the link that just came up to their website. And if you've got a direct Discord link, feel free to pop it in as well.
This is going to be 2?
Okay.
I love that island too, Days and EQ2. I do want to mention that. Are we in the bandit or the brigand? What do you want to do first? I want to heal you first. Is what
I'm on the brigand. We could split them to, or off tank 1.
The brigands are the highest. I think, so. Yeah, that newbie island was super cool. One of the things that we do want to do though is get back to the roots of having each class have its own, and I did say do. Having the different races have their own starting cities and unique stuff. So the homogenization of those starting cities is super cool and totally understand it. Doing the old crazy old school route for now, at least. But yeah, that was actually a cool island experience. And I'm slowing myself now. It's just like the real EQ experience. Did anybody loot Craftsman Reed, by the way?
I didn't.
I think that's probably pretty druidy. I think I would have Sean maybe.
He's got a box on him.
What's
Or
in the
package.
box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Hmm.
Well, it says something about pine pulpwood, right?
I think it said something like that.
So on our last times through, we saw somebody that does a lot of pine pulp stuff.
Give it to
I don't think you picked it up, Sean.
I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't.
give it to
Oh.
Sean, because you'll be going back to the Druid town eventually.
Okay.
I think that's
Yeah,
where the
then
pulper
we
is.
don't have to go. But yeah, there's the spoilers. Give it to the pulper.
This is one of the rare times I didn't just click and start looting. Speaking of.
So we should. I mean, this is great, but slowly we should trend up into. Oh, you got a
Nice
mob
pull
on
there.
you.
Well, place. This just came out of this little building that looks like a kitchen. Didn't see a name named in that kitchen, did you?
I didn't see anything. No.
I've heard rumors that they have a chef here.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, right. I could do lunch.
Actually, specifically made this one little spot that we're at here so that you could, as like a camp spot where you can jump over the edge and run away to the guards if you need to.
This play is great. I love this spot. I think
Yeah,
this is going to be a popular spot.
I always come over to the right. I didn't even know this was an option, so I didn't know we had left technology in here.
Dave Churchill, thank you for the raid, sir. How's your day going?
Dave.
Welcome, Dave's class.
I didn't know Dave was streaming. I don't know why he's streaming. I'm gonna check that out.
Hi, Nick. Oh, wait. Don't die, Nick.
Nick problems all over.
I pulled one off.
It's refreshing to just be able to blame all our problems on Nick because he's the bottleneck.
Very true. You can always blame me. It's all right.
You can probably take your torch off now and get some AC, Sean.
Good points. I didn't think about it because I never get hit. Like, I'm not generating that much aggro, I guess.
$25% mana, 30% mana.
Pop.
I'm like completely But at level 4, I get 2 amazing heals as a cleric, so that should be shortly.
2. I only get 1. Where are my chloroblasts at? Can't wait till I get torpor. Thanks for that message.
It's old school.
It actually caught my attention. Speaking of which, Ryan mentioned yesterday the text, the chat system coming in, slowly made all tabbed and filtered and show new message notifications. So we're really excited about that coming in. And then he also managed to just get in clicking items into your paper doll, auto equips them and stuff. So, I can't wait for that one. I've had some corpse lootings take me, 4 minutes while getting mob aggro trying to loot my stuff.
Here, let's pull into this room over here so we don't keep getting repops on us. Pull that wolf into here to the left.
Okay, going into the kitchen.
We aggroed a dude on the way in. Bandit.
Sorry, I was looting some arms.
Where did he go?
We had a bandit on us?
Yep. Unless I was just completely mistaken. I thought we had one pick up on the right, but I don't see him.
Well, hopefully he's not pathing in a crazy
No, he's
way.
punching somebody.
I think my pet's fighting him on the roof.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
If you spam back, you might be able to get him in here. Or walk off the roof and spam back. I don't know. Or out of the building, I mean.
Oop, my client crashed.
Yeah, sorry, Pattis. I don't know. I don't think anybody else is getting it, but it's probably my fault, so I apologize.
It's all good.
Like I said, I thought I was going to have issues earlier, but so far so good. Knock on wood. Somewhere.
It's the Ethereum mining that the team's doing in the background.
Oh, we have a pop inside.
I saw a couple of bandits jump up on the roof too. I'm a little worried. We got a big train brewing with the pet fighting on the
I am
roof.
comfortable blaming Titan.
Yeah, I think his pet decided to
As long as they all
What's-
stay on the roof, we're good.
What's your pet's health at, Titan?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, okay. Oh,
We should have been trained by now.
This is the safe room.
yeah.
I'm back in.
Okay, I see. Hopefully you got a lot of bone chips.
I do.
So if there was one feature that you could magically like wiggle your nose and have be finished, what would it be?
There's a lot of really big ones that we were talking about yesterday. Wiggle my nose and have any feature done. Man.
And two of those I think actually happened. One of the biggest things we got from our alpha testers, which was just kind of absurd given how early the game was, the biggest complaint was that your ability bars weren't saving your ability layout.
Hmm.
And Stoli came in and cracked that out in a few hours and added that functionality. And then the next biggest thing we heard was, you know, the looting, which is obviously annoying. So he's cracked that one out. The text box was a big one. So I think Stoli's the nose wiggler. Yeah. When it comes to those larger systems, I think it would mostly be like just the really cool melee. The animator's the thing I'm most, you know, concerned about. I want this robust animation system where different weapon types have different animations.
I'm trying. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks. This one, yeah, thank you, man.
So, animation system?
Yeah, as far as the animator, you know, I've done a lot of work for dividing out the, you know, layering it out and stuff, and there's still a lot of work to do with different weapon types and all that, so that'd be mine.
If I could snap my fingers, I mean, it depends how broad we can go, but, you know, we have, like, a massive part of this game is going to be crafting, and we have done, like, literally 0% on the crafting system, and it's not stressing me out, but I know there's a lot of, there's going to have to be a lot of experimentation, so I would love to have that started already so that we could be experimenting with it at this phase. So that's like you know, it's a massive part of the game that just hasn't even been started at all. But yeah, it's funny, the testers are never like, we want better spells or more mobs or better dungeons. It's always just quality of life stuff, which shows you how important that is, right? All the stuff that Kyle was just talking about. That's what, and you know, the players like really find that stuff important. What about you, Sean? Back at you. What would you like to snap your fingers and have done? We are going to die.
Yeah, we got 3 on it.
Try my best. Let's keep Nick up.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus on that for a second. And oh, what is a pet?
Okay, healing Nick.
I'm gonna focus on just healing Titan for a second. If you guys can get Nick.
Getting Nick next.
Pull someone that's low. Okay, I got male bandit with a slow. Oh, no, it's not Nick.
My pet's tanking one, and he's about to die.
Let's get on this Brigands. It's 50.
You can pop your Psalm of Life if you have it.
I think I just tried to cast it on a mob.
Oh, I think it's eaten then. Ah, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's old school at least.
I'm out of mana.
I am too. Completely dry.
Oh, I got one heal. No, he's dead.
Yeah,
We
it
should
just landed.
Probably run this to the guards. What do you guys want to do, or you just want to die? I think some of us should just hop over the side here,
so we don't.
so we can break this again. I'm hopping over.
Okay.
There it goes.
And then we can. They will chase us down, so let's head to the guard tower.
Okay.
The sound design, interesting, Mooney. That's been a lot of fun for me. I always like doing sound design, but I've taken it really seriously here, and I'm pretty happy with the results so far.
Man, so much XP from that run. If we survived that,
Yeah.
that would have been level 4 for me.
It looked
Here
like
they-
you did survive. Look at you.
Well, it's interesting. I didn't realize when you were saying run it to the guards, I'm like, that's going to be a while. I thought we had gone much further during the night.
Here they come.
Yeah, it's really cool. Kind of how disorienting it can be. We went into the dens right here, and then we headed kind of towards Greenwood, back towards your home, and hit that second dens. But yeah, you can catch that glimpse if you turn left a little bit. You can catch the glimpse of the fort out of there. It's pretty
Look at
cool.
this guy running at me with the with Pattis pet on him. That's pretty funny.
I love that animation.
Oh man.
Yeah, since the island's relatively small, I designed a lot of stuff to be pretty compact, but still trying to do some magic to hide things behind trees and rocks and stuff like that to kind of fit as much stuff in as possible against Ryan's wishes.
Yeah, it's hard, and there's varying, I would say there's varying thoughts on how dense we want things to be. But like Titan says, it's hard right now because we have this island and we want to try out a bunch of different things. So I think this island's pretty busy in terms of POIs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, part of the thing I love about Minecraft, which I want to bring into this game, and again, this is kind of a polarizing topic, is those wide open spaces where you can gather, you can go for kind of have a journey to the next area, kind of like a Karena's feel, instead of more like later expansions where there's like a hub and things like that. So Minecraft has these really amazing, quiet, peaceful, really moving stretches where you're just in the woods by yourself, picking mushrooms, doing something, and then maybe you stumble on ruins after a few minutes or something like that. And we
Right.
want to try and, or at least I want to try and bring some of those feels into the game.
Absolutely.
But it is tough. A lot of players, are kind of more accustomed to the quests bring you to the next area to do XYZ. So we're going to see how that actually plays in reality, and if people get bored of these large open spaces, I don't know.
So, I mean, I agree with you on that one. It'll be interesting to see what percentage of players it is, and then that's kind of one of those can't please everybody. I mean, so if you were looking at the metrics, do you say you knew you were getting an actual 1-for-1 of all of your player base, or you ran a survey and you looked at it, what percentage of players not liking to run through those big open distances would you say, all right, well, this is actually a problem versus, well, sorry, the game is
I know
what it
it's a
is.
little cliche, but it's my thought that players don't even really know what they want, and they won't realize that the silence between the excitement is actually brings more value to the excitement. And I would be really hesitant to ever do a poll on something like that, because I don't think I would,
Honor
not to
it.
dismiss the what the players think, because there's lots of amazing creative ideas, but I don't, in general, I don't think we're in a game dev chat right now, in a game dev stream, so everyone here probably understands a little more than the wider community. But if I was just to poll the wider community, I don't even know if I'd necessarily trust what they think, without sounding like a big douche.
No, but if the poll is, do you want a bunch of content or do you want to walk through nothing? What are you going to respond
I think
to?
that is a very well
And you're
structured
missing-
question.
You're missing the experience there and everything. So that's why it's it's like what Henry Ford said. If I asked people what they wanted, they would have told me faster horses. So they're not
Imagine
wrong.
how many, when you ask an old school EQ player their favorite, adventure, it's always the Freeport to Chaos run or the other way around. And a lot of that is literally just walking through nothingness, but it's this epic adventure. And if those zones were shrunk and the Karanas were shrunk down and stuff like that, and the adventure was 17 minutes, I don't think a lot of people would be telling those stories. Nick, did you pick up a weapon?
No, I should grab one.
There's one here on the scout. I think it's slashing, which might be good for you.
Thank you.
And I think too, before if the decision is like, do you want an open space or more populated, like it's the answer isn't always just add more stuff. It's like, what can you do to make that journey more entertaining, or what other type of what else can you add to that experience to make it that quiet time feel better for players, instead of just being like, here's more stuff in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like I think gathering and stuff like that. Like I do think having someone be able to go out into the, quote unquote boring woods, but find some amazing stuff to be able to make some more rare potions or stuff like that. I think there's different play styles where people want to be able to have a non-combat experience that's somewhat,
Well, I mean,
satisfying.
there's that feeling too of as someone that likes to gather things, of man, I wish there was a place that was out of the way enough that by me actually carting my ass out there and gathering this stuff up, that in and of itself is valuable and unique, because most people aren't going to do it. Like, I
That's
enjoy that.
exactly it. And like you said, if it's a little off the beaten path and people are like, meh, it's kind of annoying to go out there, but someone is totally into that, and then they can make a profit of that, or craft something, or stumble upon like the one golden mushroom that we spawn like, once a day and sells for 10 platinum. That would be really cool.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed that a good bit. I liked the sparklies in EQ2 when it first came out, because I felt like there were those opportunities to get the big ticket, sort of the cracked staff of the collectibles of the sparklies on the auction house. Made it kind of exciting, because even as a lobby, I thought, oh wow, I got a little jackpot here, so I'm gonna grab all these, and then filling the collections was actually, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I read a really interesting article that I didn't realize how huge those collections were, but people are mega into them.
Mm.
Like it's a big deal in EQ2, and I'm like, oh man, that's super cool. We have a couple ideas for ways to like, I don't, we always throw around the term like Pokedex, which is sort of the same thing, but having a bunch of mechanics where the more mobs you've seen or the more
Yeah.
variety you've seen, different classes will be able to take advantage of that. I'm being kind of vague, but we have a lot of kind of neat ideas.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was thinking about that one a bit lately with I really liked Project Gorgon's anatomy and other skills,
Oh, totally.
and so I definitely want to riff on that.
Yeah, they did such a good job at, no matter what you're doing, you feel like your character's advancing, which is really, really fun. Okay, I just got my new amazing heal, which should make this a lot easier. What do you think about me, GM, give item Sean some of his level 4 spells? Is that like
Is that
ruining the
cheating?
vibe? Or do we want to force him to run back to Greenwood? Or what do you think, Kyle?
Just thinking.
Oh, he's not with us. So
Oh,
maybe he's AFK.
I was like, damn, this is serious
Yeah, really,
contemplation.
really thinking about that. I think probably it makes sense so that you can play with the new spells.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
I think the 10-minute round trip walk back to Greenwood doesn't make a ton of sense. So I'm going to do that slowly as I go along because I don't know the item IDs or anything.
Okay.
It's okay. During our M&M playtests, I always do that for Sean.
Just only Sean.
Just me.
Yeah, I don't know the easiest way to figure this out, but I'm going to try.
So yeah, it looks like chat is we've got a number of people that like the EQ2 collections.
That's pretty cool and pretty telling. So there's definitely something there.
I would say if you saw the behind the scenes, I don't know how many people stuck around with Swig after it basically got retooled, but they added so much content to the game with what is essentially a collection system, just layers of collections. I know there are a lot of hard feelings after the new game experience, but I definitely respect what the tiny team did to get content in with such a simple tool.
Yeah, and that's we're talking about Star Wars Galaxies, right?
Yeah, sorry, I realized right afterwards I said swig and did not clarify for folks.
Well, they have one of like because I've been doing tons of just domain research on crafting systems, and I have a doc where I'm pulling ideas from everything, and no matter what forum or what discussion, it doesn't matter where you look, everybody says that Star Wars Galaxies had like the most amazing, compelling crafting system. So we've been investigating the magic sauce there and trying to figure out how to work in some of that into our stuff.
Yep, reading Ollie's been posting some old UO docs, and he's a huge Star Wars Galaxies fan as well. I know crafting is high on his list of things that he's excited about.
Is your mouse clear right now, Sean?
It is.
Okay, I'm gonna GM give you some stuff here. Oh, whoops. That is not what I meant to give you.
I have some stairs. Should I delete these?
Yeah, you can delete that. Bristle. Here we go. So this will be useful for Nick. How about that? Whoops. Give item. How about that? Probably makes more sense.
There we go. So Trooper X asked, what did Star Wars Galaxies do with collections? Essentially it was, if I remember correctly, later on they made it so that almost every interaction was something that you could collect. Every item you encountered was something you could collect. There are tons of items then that they put in for you to collect specifically. And when you completed collections, it unlocked new sort of meta collections, and it essentially layer upon layer of collections with different rewards that could come out of them, and as a way to get additional experience and stuff as well. Essentially, it went from there not being very much sort of directed content to you having what amounted to a lot of quests that were essentially just collect. That makes sense. I wish I could show a visual, but it'd be easier, but can't.
All right, I think I gave you your DS, your heal, and your snare. So let me know if those all get on your bar, okay?
All right, got bristle barrier, patch wounds, and creeping vines.
Nice.
And I'm 99.9% of the way to being able to use them.
Amazing.
The food you made was killing people in Star Wars Galaxies. That is amazing. I wish I could have done that on purpose in EQ2. EQ2, I had an assassin who was also a furniture crafter. He was Sproggets the gnome. His whole shtick was he was going to become a master furniture crafter and then use that to gain access to people's houses so he could kill them.
I love that.
Sorry, Kyle, while you were AFK, we made an executive decision to just summon Sean's spells to save the 10 minutes round trip.
We cheated, Kyle, and if you leave, we're going to do it again.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a great idea. I'd love to see what we can see here, and then when we were at that bandit fort, I saw a weird path behind it. I went to.
That's 3.
Ooh.
Oh
We'll
no!
do- yeah, I have
I'm in the middle of
regrets.
scribe. Okay, canceling scribe.
Okay. Healing Nick. I managed to sneak back without killing anybody, so that's pretty cool.
Got my new heal over time on Nick. It's pretty dope.
Oh, that's why he's not dead. I was wondering.
I'm 100% out of mana though.
Ah, crap. I think we got a 4th. We should run back to guards.
Yeah, I think we just got another ad.
Run to the guards.
Oh, we lost Kyle.
Yeah, I didn't make it. I went down with the ship. Oh, Nick couldn't. Yeah, I think he got
It's the
low
run
HP
speed.
snare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty savage. I tried to get a heal off, but I saved myself. This is going to be a big train. Pulling that right side is always sketch. I think if we go by Craftsman Reed and up that left side, it's like the easiest way in, but
All right. Well, we're doing that.
I think we had a 2 pull and then a 2 pop.
yeah, I wasn't really dialed in because the conversation was interesting.
And I train wrecked it.
Yeah, telling us ancient Norathian design concepts and expect us to simultaneously play a game.
Hmm.
Yeah, Sean, stop being so interesting. You're really ruining the whole group.
Oh,
Did you
don't
did you
worry.
work with Greg Spence too there on EQ2? Or did he come in later?
Oh. So I could have sworn that I knew Greg in passing, but I didn't work with him. So I was on the EQ2 team for all of like 2 weeks.
Okay.
And basically I got yanked over to the EQ2 team and immediately was like, can I please go over to Planet Side and not work on EQ2?
That sounds amazing.
Yep. So that's what happened there.
Big PlanetSide fan.
I've heard that.
I just credit a lot of, they kind of killed EQ2 by them by just like simplifying stuff down so much and expanding, at least in my view of it. But then like a lot of Greg Spence's work was just super cool and added so much cool functionality to it. So I was really excited once the time-locked expansion servers came out that kind of retuned the content back up a bit, because now it had all those kind of modern convenience features, and it's just a really rich, great game. I had a blast playing the TLEs and do recommend if new one comes out that people jump on it.
Yeah, I mean, during that period, I think my thoughts on it were, if I was going to work on a game in Norath, I wanted to work on EQ1. So I wasn't super happy about being pulled off EQ to work on EQ2. And then we had been watching like the progression of that development, from when we had opportunity to have insight into sort of how it was shaping up and what the vision of it was, etc. And honestly, I just I wasn't excited about it relative to what we were doing on EQ. And then it was like, all right, well, we're getting pulled off EQ to work on EQ2, well, what are the other options? And at that time, there was a lot of like games being pitched. This was prior to us landing DC Universe, and so they were looking at a team that had been. I think the DC Universe actually spawned by way of, it was like Harry Potter, and then that fell through, and then Marvel, and then that fell through, and then it wound up being DC. And in the meantime, they had 2 or 3 little pitch teams competing to kind of see if they could get a new thing off the ground. And so naturally, I pitched the sort of Shadowrun knockoff that I pitched every year for like 8 years. Wound up not happening, but figured PlanetSide would be a good place to potentially sort of keep that dream alive and make it like an FPS shooter, and then pull in some of the RPG elements, you know, from other games that we've been working on, like EQ and stuff. So we did a mercenary game for like 5 months, 4 months, and then we canceled that. And yeah, it was just, it's funny how much was going on behind the scenes at Sony at the time. But it's, and this isn't meant to be a knock on EQ2. I think it eventually turned out well, but a lot of us were just looking at it as like, I don't even have a machine that can run that at home, you know, like, just the priorities were a little off.
Sorry to say this for anybody listening. One of our Horizon team, my good friend I grew up with, he always said that the art in EQ2 looked like if you told art student fresh out of school, you know, make a fantasy character and stuff. And then they wanted to do this. It's 7 years in the future proof. So they're using, you know, all these advanced shaders and stuff. And the game could look great, but so few people could actually look at it, and it's aged very poorly. Where something like WoW, it's pure diffuse, super simple, anybody can run it, and it still maintain that charm on, you know, by having great 2D art and not relying on the tech of the time. So
yeah, and I was a bit of a Debbie Downer on the graphics. Design wise, I mean, I'm not really poking at the design they launched with very much, because I mean, unless I'm mistaken, almost all of that happened after I said, no, I'm not super interested. I don't know that a ton of the, if any of the original sort of design launched with it.
If I remember, the original design for EQ2 was like more Vanguard-ish, and then they all left to do Vanguard, and then I don't know if they had like a redesign or something. I don't know if that's true.
It's possible that a couple of them, a few of them did, but other folks I know stayed there, and then I'm not quite sure where they wound up. It was very tumultuous during that period.
the other things that you said that were super cool to me is the Harry Potter MMO. I still think a proper. I tried in Game Maker, making like a 2D SNES style one. I just think Hogwarts, the schools as factions MMO could be a lot of fun. So sad that never came to fruition there too.
There's a game I think Chucklefish is developing called Witchbrook. That's kind of like that concept, like the SNES style. Like wizard and witch school kind of game.
Yeah, I mean, one of the most underrated games out there, given the era or whatever, in terms of performance especially, is Wizard 101. Wizard 101 did extremely well, but it owned by a single person, and so the numbers don't come out. But it's been a massive game, you know, back in the day.
Mr. White's over there, right? I think. John White, I think.
Oh, I don't know
He's
now.
on EQ2 team and stuff. So, but yeah, I know he was doing Wizard 101 for a long time. So,
I mean, they did some of the first like integrated customization, like sort of microtrans shop and all of that stuff. There's a good post-mortem out there about how they had originally just had it on NPC merchants instead of a centralized shopping interface. But yeah, I mean, they're just banking, and I mean, it's a really cool game, collectible card game with wizards and anthropomorphic, teachers and villains, and
I could have lived had I not slowed myself instead of healing myself.
Oh, whoops.
I am naked still too, and that's my third corpse in there. Speaking of your love for FPS RPGs in an MMO environment, have you looked at all at Neocron and the fact it's still going?
I saw that it was still going, and I was blown away by that fact. I played it back in the day.
I played it back in the day and loved it, and I've heard that the developers, when it shut down several years ago, they gave the client source code to the community and continued to host the server and just let them have the keys to the kingdom.
Nice.
And they've continued and enhanced graphics and added content, so it's pretty neat because I do have a special love for that game and games like it.
I forget, was that a German company?
Yeah, I believe it was German company. Yeah.
Let's move in and to the left. So we have priority number 1 is getting Nick's body back, I think. So that we can tank some of this stuff.
I'm at 20%. That said, my heal feels like substantial now.
Yeah, that's good. It's a big mana hog though, I think, right now.
Oh yeah, I definitely see you guys' comments on the Wizard 101 and totally agree. If you're after that EQ-like experience, it just did a lot of really cool, interesting things first that now are used in a lot of mainstream MMOs. I think a lot of us are here because we like the old school stuff, but still appreciate all that. Going back to Meridian 59, that'd be awesome.
I actually downloaded Meridian 59 on Steam. I was trying to get some of my non-old school MMO buddies to try it, and none of them would.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough stuff.
We can move up again.
I'm so naked and so scared. Oh, nice lull. Who is this guy?
Level 4 made a big difference for me being able to actually land these.
I love that progression you feel. I talk about it a lot. Just like when you first come into a zone in EverQuest, it's so big and scary, and you just get to that like first camp, and COM, Carnor's Castle, stuff like that are great examples. Or as you move through those progression camps, you kind of build this like ownership of the zone, and by the time you're doing moat groups and stuff, you're like, I own this place, and so I love that feeling.
Esan, I saw you come in earlier. Thank you for the sub. Good to see you, buddy.
Dude, that slow aggro is brutal.
Yeah, it might be less efficient right now if we have to heal you 20 times after every slow. I don't know.
That's true. Are you hitting me that much?
That was a lot of healing on you. I think Sean was doing a bit too.
Yeah, a little bit when I wasn't accidentally snaring you. Or
where is non-naked Nick?
Inside the hut, maybe, or where?
The kitchen.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So if we get this bandit,
Whoa,
nice.
non-naked Nick.
Non-naked Nick.
Can we make it?
It's like a good band name.
90s band. Oh.
Gonna see what I can lull in here without wiping us.
Yeah, Nuker, like an EQ back in the day, those those random occurrences of zoning in somewhere only to meet the most scary random stuff that people have brought to his own line.
How's mana, guys? I'm gonna bring 2 brigands. In the
Yes.
worst case, it's 3.
60.
Oof.
This might be dicey. If we clear this, though, then we're free to get Nick's corpse.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Can you maybe a loot from there? Oh,
In the name of non-naked Nick. That was a good pull.
that was a really good pull.
Oh,
Not naked Nick approves. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're good.
It seems like naked Nick was even kind of into the idea.
Yep.
Oh, did you find yourself a sweet mace? That thing looks cool, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe naked's a good look for you.
Alright, gonna try this again.
Gotta be careful with your workplace harassment there, Enigma.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
After we kill this one, we're all gonna rush the hut.
Got 2.
Ah, shit. So I'll need some taunts on the female. Thank you.
Healing.
I got my pet on 1. If you can off tank.
Healing Nick.
Nick, do you have a damage shield up?
No.
Okay.
I'm kind of role playing as a healer right now, though.
Okay. Oop.
Uh-oh. Got one heals. Healing again.
Nasty slow aggro.
Mm-hmm. I thought I'd be okay. The pet got it down to like 75%, but still pulled
Might
it.
have to tone that down a little.
Yeah, I deserve
No,
it.
does it feel okay?
I deserve it. You can't ask me. I always main shaman.
Alright,
All
let's
my
when this
souls,
thing's dead, we'll rush the hut. There's just 1 bandit in there. And then Nick can loot while we kill the bandit.
You know, I left some handsome corpses in there too.
Yep, yours is on the stairs. Everybody get it. Titan man, get off your butt.
So yeah, it's interesting watching the impact of
I'm gonna need some help here. Sorry, Sean.
it's coming in. Or lack of corpse. You guys don't have dragging, or are you gonna have it?
Yeah, probably something like that.
I like to see some other, you know, cool ways to handle corpses, especially given like a, you know, no map and little direction kind of environment. You know, I can imagine spells, you know, similar to summon corpse and stuff, but you could imagine a spell that makes all of the corpses in the region shine with a big weenie into the sky and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd love to see how you can get that in more races and incorporate that with some of the consumables and reagents and preparedness stuff. But yeah, I think we should have something like that.
Let's all exit the hut and hug the right wall of the hut all the way around. And there's a little safe area. We can move on here. Just let Titan die. I think he's AFK. Yay.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Nick,
no, not there, Nick. Oh, God.
Oh,
This way, guys.
sorry.
Follow that. Hug the right side of the hut.
Oh, we've got the named craftsman behind us.
Nice. good with a less naked Nick now.
Mm-hmm. Especially with those spells.
Yeah, the heal over time is super helpful as long as Nick can taunt off Kyle.
Still here and participating. My son woke up, so I logged out of the game.
Cool. Nice. Just gonna see if I can lull this guy, and then we'll be moving to the inner area. Ah, crap, got two.
Mana.
Yeah, with Nick tanking these, it's a lot easier now.
Question in chat: was the Halloween event at High Pass to change Kithic core? Was it the same on every server, or did each GM do their own thing? The Bloody Kithic event?
Battle of Bloody Kithic.
Could have sworn that was game wide.
Yeah, I think so, because it was for Hate's release.
Yeah.
Hate's release.
Pretty much out of mana. We had an events team that was kind of like there's additional duties on top of your GM responsibility that would coordinate stuff like that.
After this, let's move up, and then I'm actually gonna take a minute AFK while I med here.
Oh, you know, some kind of safer spot.
Behind here is absolutely safe. Like, this is the #1 safe spot, but we want to kind of slowly be creeping up. So I think in here we can all med for a moment. I'm gonna quickly AFK.
Cool.
Used to have screenshots from it. That is amazing.
Yeah, so we've running a little Halloween event, so one of the rewards in my hands.
Yeah, the Halloween items you showed last session were really cool.
Maybe at the end of this, we'll make Nick spoil another one for us. Do you got an open slot, Nick?
Yes.
So, here, check this out. Just don't use it when we're fighting. I'm just gonna do this while, Oh, he's returned.
Sweet.
Trouble. There you go.
Are we all good?
Yo.
Sweet. Let's do this.
Whoa.
Remember to click, don't just swap them. Click it off into your inventory. Click the arrow into your inventory.
Oh, that was a failed lull. We can move up to this little bigger room here.
Brigand.
Feels good to be full mana.
See if I can land something.
Ooh, GM event at KFC. Free chicken. We were gonna call it Free Bird, but that was already taken.
Yeah, we had a cool little binder full of events that we could run with the authorized items we could hand out and all of the codes for the various NPCs we could transform into, etc.
Could use a taunt here, boys.
Super cool.
Oh no.
Sorry, I
Oh.
was showing off my thing.
Yeah.
Oh, no problem. Ooh, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you were at like 5% for a second there.
Oh,
He's,
sorry.
he's okay.
I got distracted looking at Nick's sword too.
Oh, did you GM hand him that?
Yeah, I gave him it to check out. You
Oh,
don't use it
man.
in combat, I assume.
Sorry,
to see
I
how-
missed
see how-
that. Yeah, that looks amazing. I don't know if that's level appropriate, but I love it.
It's not.
I actually, yeah, no, I used a glitch, so I got the appearance, but I'm using my rightful weapon, so
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
Because you did the full swap thing.
yeah.
Best
Clever.
of both worlds.
There we go.
Pretty
He's transmogrification in.
Yep.
Ship it.
Hopefully just one, maybe two. Oh wow, that actually landed.
Right on, Shaka. Good to see you. Here's the land. Yeah.
Ah, the bees. It's been a while.
Oh, Pattis, you got 4 as well, didn't you?
Yep. Yeah, I'm using my new minion.
New pet, nice. Looks the same though.
No, he's slightly
He's a
bigger.
little taller, I think.
Ooh, eking up there.
Is that the
He's fighting kneecaps instead of shins now.
I can
little
You
skeleton?
guys drop down,
Yep.
but it's kind of sketched down here.
Yeah, he definitely looks a bit stouter.
Kind of hug this right wall if you can on the way down. I think this mob is glitched.
Oh, I just glitched out. Did I actually die or not?
No.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Got to restart.
Word. We'll hang out here for you.
Pattis the gods show
Ooh,
you
magic.
favor and, yeah, doing the Leon run here for you. This is your 4 life tap. And you're gonna want that snare.
Oh, we gotta kill this one really fast before it goes into the next area. Oh god, please. Everybody nuke. Ah, this is the end.
Oh no, she resisted my nuke. Oh,
Oh god.
oh,
back.
oh, 2 ink,
We got them all.
3 ink.
Yeah, that sucks. That's pretty much GG.
I'm loading.
Okay, let's see if we can survive this. I don't know.
I'm gonna heal Goner.
I think he's a goner.
Oh, I got teleported.
Oh no.
Goner CH rotation.
Where are you,
Yeah.
Nick?
I don't know. I think I'm by the starting bandit camp.
Should we camp out? Should we camp out?
I'm not sure yet.
The camp time is 10 seconds. Pretty strong.
I'm gonna try and keep Goner alive because I think this new pet is
Yeah, I'm
an
doing-
absolute champion.
I say
Yeah.
he's pretty thick there.
Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna put renewal on him. I think Nick, it saves you like every minute, so you shouldn't be too far away. But obviously there could be a glitch or something too. We need. Okay. There's no like player summoning, so I don't know what you're seeing.
No worries. I think I know where I am. I'm by Leon.
Oh, like you're that far back.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Well, I mean, not completely. Between, you know, I'm by the crossroads, so.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll cheat and get you in here, so at least we can have you here.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Can you know how to make your way to the bandit fort? You think?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you think you know how to get to the bandit fort?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna lose Kyle, I think. I don't know if he's AFK or what. Yep, he is.
What? She resisted my first slow and just been beating on me. I'm OM. So
yeah, I'm super out of mana.
Yeah. How's the pet? How's Goner?
He's 14%.
He's about to die.
No.
There he goes.
No. Heh.
Gonna get Nick in here.
Oh my god. You're right, Trooper. That was actual legit tension.
Power leveling. Okay, Nick, we're gonna make a path for you, and you should just be able to come up
Okay.
through the front door instead of all the way around like we did.
Well, the whole problem with that was a runner, so I'm giving Evil Potus his snare because he should have his
Whoa.
snare now, and then that wouldn't have happened.
And Nick had like a client crash, which is
Yeah.
also like a little unfair.
Yeah, it's classic, man. I can't tell you how much my P99 keeps crashing on me.
Got to get that DG voodoo.
Right. So I feel like we're nearing a precipice here. It's at least I feel like we're deep in the fort.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd love to
You can come up this right
check out
side.
a path. Check out a path I saw at the other bandit camp and see what these dudes have been up to. So
Yeah, just direct
hopefully
us when
we
you
can get
think
here.
we have to. When you think you have to bail, Kyle. We don't have to.
I think we're pretty damn close to where we are at kind of. So I'd like to try to break these last rooms in here and then
Sweet.
GTFO so we can go walk the
Sounds good.
path and see something else. Think we've died an appropriate level.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I think we've seen that this could be hard AF.
Yeah.
Nick needs an invite. I'm
Oh,
not either.
thanks. That's me.
Is there anything up?
No, we can all run into this room across from us. Kind of hug left-ish though.
Sweet. Oh god, that looks scary over there. Ooh, more woolen workaday. Yeah, Sean's got clothes over
All right.
there.
So I can try and do some lulling, but there's a chance that this is really hard, and we'll just try and do it.
We just got to pop in the room that we came from too, so watch out for that.
Be nice to get this low off, so that's good.
Oh, also
I mean, both named are up in that room, so I'm not sure what I should do. Should I pull them? It's going to be a really hard fight.
Well, we have Goner with us.
Oh, did I get one? Wow. Okay, that works. Goner was a beast, though.
Was.
You saying we should nerf Necros, Pattis?
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying.
He feels pretty MVP. I mean, Goner was amazing.
Unfortunately, he's a goner though. Well, I guess he's back now.
Definitely.
Alright, that wasn't too bad.
No.
I'm a little worried about these ads in the other room, but I think we can do it.
Well, that guy's got a name. Is there anything else named over there? Oh. Captain Walcott.
That guy. I've heard of him.
Oh, that's cool. Big fan?
Captain Walcott?
Yeah.
No, apparently he's not a nice guy.
Nick's sword is like blinding.
It is really bright. Probably needs to be tuned down a little bit.
Yeah.
We just really like Halloween around here.
Let me know if you think I should switch it. It's just
Oh.
a transmog version, so.
No, I just happened to be sitting right beside you, and the pumpkin is just like, it was in my face.
All
So he
right.
might have an upgrade, but he also can hold a crappy sword, so I'm curious what sword that was.
Yeah, what the loots?
Head of a Traitor. And then Bandit's Blade. 6 damage, 29 delay, a 50 balance.
I think that's an upgrade over your Awoken sword.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, it definitely is.
Because I think most melee end up using Bandit's Blade, because I think that's the island, like, best in slot.
I have heard that it's the best in slot right now.
Oh, and there's also a Bandit's Veil. Face item, 2 strength, 2 agility, 2 dex, and 5 HP.
Damn, that also
Wow.
Sounds like a melee item, too.
Yeah, it sounds like
Man.
all that crap is yours.
Ah.
We got robbed.
Let's follow the left wall and go into that named room.
Cool.
Okay.
All this loot.
Hey,
I like
His
the
head-
Walcott's
ahead.
throne.
Sorry, Nick, what were you gonna say?
I like the graphic on this weapon. It's like a saber.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. The head is a really good quest item too that someone should take. It ties into the story.
You want to grab that one, Sean?
Yeah, after this.
Original UI. Yeah, check out progress on the original UI and Lantern EQ. So it's making a comeback.
So we'll wait for one more repop just for funsies to see the little throne room area pop in here, and then we'll maybe we'll actually like GM get ourselves out of here. It's gonna take 20 minutes to get back to the
Oh,
crossroads.
bandit in the room. She is your problem now. Head of a traitor?
Yep.
That's the really good quest reward. Yep.
Cool. Is that back to the guy we spoke with at the onset, or?
Exactly. Yeah, he actually mentioned him. One of the first guys
Yeah.
we talked to mentioned Walcott.
That's where I heard of him. Not a nice guy.
And you can see he looks like he's a ranger or druid, right? Makes you wonder what he's doing in here.
Betraying.
I wonder, well, if only there was a clue.
Someone can tag that brigand whenever we're ready.
Take it and bag it.
I think you get a stun at level 4 too, Nick.
Oh. I don't think I saw anything, but
I think the Pally vendor is outside of the temple, like right outside. So you might have missed it.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it might be your first like spell. You have like combat abilities or whatever.
Oh yeah, I think I only looked at the combat abilities.
Yeah, you do have like a Pally vendor with a couple things on him.
Skeeters listening to us like these idiots.
Arms here if anybody doesn't have them.
Arms? I don't think I have him.
Day arms. Trying to get my AC up. Boots here too.
Oh,
All right,
arms.
we'll wait for one more cycle, which should only be a couple minutes here, and then we'll head back to the crossroads. Right, Kyle?
Myelodontist and Drehar. Thank you for the follows. Myelodontist or your dentist? My wife's a dentist.
Oh, pop pH.
Oh, robbed. Yeah, I mean that's popping on us. So yeah, let's
Do you want to just like GM kill a path out of
yeah, I
here?
say we'll just kill a path out for and run. Run down the path. It could take a long time
Just train
to
them
get
all
into
to the guards.
Actually, I like that idea.
Yeah,
Why
let's
don't we
train them.
Yeah. it's more
Okay.
legit.
More legit.
When we're CRing. But I'm down.
Oh, not yet.
Yeah, you're litting.
Okay.
Pop rate.
Walcott should pop in 5 seconds, and then we'll kill
Okay.
him. See if he has any other loot for people, and then we'll bail. He wants to lead the train.
Sweet moves.
Nick, it's kind of in keeping with your character.
Yeah.
Sweet, I'm pumped.
Oh.
I'm looking at Goner right now, and I'm still thoroughly impressed with that young guy.
He's got a future ahead of him.
Mm.
Rising star.
Despite his name. I have my shaman dot. I also hadn't realized I hit level 4, so I was using my poopy heal for a long time. I'm like, oh, I can mem patch wounds. Yay!
Anything different on him?
I didn't check.
Dull dagger.
Trying to heal myself up real quick.
Oh, for the DA bomb out of here.
Yeah. Looks like another bandit's blade, and then just some regular gloves.
Ah, okay. He does have another really good melee item, but I'll leave that for you to find sometime.
Okay. Anyone want to pick up the sword?
It would just be to sell, so whoever needs money for spells, I don't think anybody else can wear it. At least in this group.
Should we try to sell the loot rights?
Yeah.
Beat me to it. Alright, Nick. Do your best.
Okay.
Just yeah,
That way
I don't
till
know.
Is it this way?
Foul
Yep,
goes Nick, yep.
So what I'm
Right.
gonna do is I'm gonna follow Hidden Tree and not Nick,
Yeah,
just
exactly.
in case.
No, you're doing it. Honestly, oh boy.
There's-
Oh
Nick.
man,
Oh,
do
no.
it, Nick, do it.
Dude. Haha, nicey.
Nice
He's on the
Psalm
life.
of Life.
Whoa.
And then we want to turn left here.
Okay.
Go to the guard tower. I mean, there's a chance with a train this big, the guards won't be able to keep up, so it'll be pretty funny.
I just saw sleeping naked Nick on my way out too.
I'm actually gonna heal over time preemptively on Nick.
Nice. Oh no, we're
Where
lost.
is Nick?
Coming
Oh,
towards you.
Yeah, okay.
He's yeah.
So let me put a renewal on you.
Oh, smart going around this fencing, making the NPCs work
Where's
a little harder
Pattis?
for it.
Pattis needs to heal.
Yeah.
I'm in this. I just got to the city. I'm running to the tower now.
Okay.
Or sorry, crossroad, not city.
Oh my god, look at this train.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
It's running circles around the tower, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna try and heal you.
He's around here. Oh
This is
my god.
ridiculous.
Oh no.
Oh, they got me.
Dark,
Sorry, man.
dark
I was
inside,
only
yes.
I didn't know you had aggro. I thought I was just only healing Nick. I think Nick might live. I might not live.
It was my fault. I lagged behind, and then I ran through the massive pack of enemies. So I think I got some aggro that way.
Well, that was ridiculous. That was definitely the right call, though. That was way more fun than GM killing. Anybody that's been on for a long time, I would recommend just doing a camp while we're here and then coming back in. There's no disadvantage because the client gets kind of wonky after a while. So I'm going to camp and come back really fast.
All right.
And then we can do, Sean, I think has what, 45 minutes-ish?
Yep, that is correct.
So we'll do a little more guided
Yeah.
exploration here.
We kind of grabbed some of our spells from Leon, so but kind of the idea now, you know, we all hit 4, we had some fun in the bandit fort, we probably like head out to Leon, get some spells and all that. And I noticed when we were at the bandit camp that there's kind of a path leading out behind it that I'd like to wander and see what we can find.
I was getting that crazy model pool problem, Kyle, and I haven't really even been GM running around. So I don't know.
Killed a lot of NPCs.
Excuse me.
This is Eco or Shaco. Amazing. Can't suppose that.
Alright, I'm back and I can invite people once they get in.
Oh, that's great. So you guys are talking. No. We're not finished already. Do you ever really finish an MMO? No, well, we're kind of celebrating what you saw last time, that 4 months ago, was when Sean was courteous enough to kind of look at what we consider kind of our phase 1 on our little test island here. Now we've kind of wrapped up phase 2 where we expanded into some new areas, added some new dungeons and content. So we're checking that out. So do a few more phases on this island as we begin working on the real world and building out the game and slowly opening up from that. But
Sent you an invite.
oh,
Kyle.
thanks.
And then here's Sean.
Cool. Does anybody need to do anything? Sell?
I'm just going to sell real quick.
I might sell as well.
And then they'll run out of towards Leont, which is like towards the little pumpkin patch Halloween peoples. But yeah, if you gotta sell, there's an inn and stuff here. And
Right here.
right here. There's a merchant on the other side too, so either way. Oh. This broom looks so cool, dude. I gotta remember to... When are you gonna work on you said you were gonna do some Halloween camping this weekend, Ryan? I'll come down and I wanna get this broom and some other stuff.
Sorry, I was just AFK there a second. You
No.
talking to me?
Oh, I was just saying, when are you thinking about doing that? You said you were thinking about doing some of the Halloween stuffs, and I would totally come with you on that.
Yeah, I gotta get, my brother's been on a work trip, so when he gets back, I'd like to run through it with him, because I think he has started a bunch of that Halloween stuff.
Oh, don't follow Mike. He's the Pied Piper of BS. That's what's a pet. Don't follow him. We're going the opposite way.
Okay, but Guard Freeman, was he the one that I spoke to or you spoke to earlier about the, did he want the head?
I don't think he did mention Walcott, but I don't think he was talking about the. Or what does he say? I'll ask him about Walcott. Most people have an opinion on the guy around here, so hey,
Okay.
sad turn of events still does not excuse the anarchy his organization now cause. Dealt the same hand, just look what Pulper Barian has done with the cover. Pulper Barian. Yeah, I remember the three of them were inseparable as kids. Perhaps you could ask Barian about Walcott.
All right.
Sweet. Yeah, let's go check out the secret path though for now.
Yep.
So if we head out the other way towards Leon, hidden trees can follow lead us.
Let's do it, man. It's nice for it not to be pitch black.
And we got Titanus back with us too. It looks like so cool. Got some more DPS. I don't know where Nick is, but
Oh, I'm here. Don't worry. I'm a little bit behind.
I know you know where you're.
I'm here as long as my son is entertained in his jumper watching Super Mario World.
Hmm.
Oh, that's an option. We could be watching Super Mario World.
Yeah, he loves like the high pitch sounds of getting the coins, and I'm sure you can probably hear the music in the background.
Same. Oh, I see a little knoll camp on our left too. I will remember that. I would say those look like Snarltooths to me. They're red coats.
So as you're walking around from this guard tower back towards Leont, the walkable area of this island is about 1,000 by 1,000. And we did a test, and we did like an 8,000 by 8,000 map, and from corner to corner, it was about like an hour and a half to cross it
Oh, wow.
in this walking speed. So like that's kind of the size world we're playing around with, just to see if that would kind of fit everything we want to do.
Yeah, because, I mean, that's as the crow flies, optimal,
Exactly.
nothing in your way. So.
Yep, without any, natural barriers or camps or high level things or.
Oh, Titanus, we're gonna go up the path. Take the little mystic path. It looks like we got some aggro along the way.
Oh yeah.
Let's clean that up.
So you mentioned this walking speed. Have you been testing other walking speeds or?
We totally have, and this is actually right where we want it. It probably, I don't know, probably seems slow to most people, but if you increase it a bit, it just didn't work for us. And then it also wants to play into stuff. We want to have run speed buffs. We want to have, weight restriction stuff and blah blah blah. But for us and the size of the world and what we want to do and making mobs dangerous, this is kind of the speed we've landed on. And again, I'm probably biased, but I think it's like perfect. Literally, if you change it, it's like, I think it's 3.5, and if you change it to 3.6, you almost feel like you're moving too fast around stuff. So
Are you working backwards from sort of an established cap, or are you starting with what feels good and then thinking that you'll restrict the headroom as you go?
yeah, because the whole entire world is like streamed, like each of these chunks of voxels is like nothing's on your PC, right? So when you're moving around, it's all being sent directly from the network to you. Like, we'll probably never have those crazy bard speeds or anything, because it would just actually have like an impact on the server. So we kind of have a unique set of
What did Nick get?
Oh, this is new.
Oh, haunchy
So
trickster.
cute.
He's really cute.
A small town that I grew up in Muskegon, Wisconsin, had a local cryptoid that all the kids talked about called Haunchies. Came from the 1950s women's journal that this woman wrote a story, kind of Hobbit-esque story, about these little haunchies that lived on a certain street in Muskego that would steal women's, bobbing needles or bobbing pins and needles and stuff like that, and use them as tables and chairs. So
Hmm.
pretty cool. We got to put in, little local unique creature that way. Yep, very our take on a brownie.
Yeah. One of the best things about making your own game is you get to do things like that.
Yeah, Haunchies. We have all this awesome Haunchi lore and Haunchi items, and it's fun to have our own little. This is our true first little eco-specific race.
If you get close, hidden. Actually, can you hit this lookout? Oh, can you hit this lookout with a dull senses maybe, and then we could send.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then we could send him over there.
Yeah.
See how he's laughing right now? It's pretty unsettling.
Yeah.
Oh, nope.
Resist. They're like yellow to me also.
So as you walk through here, just pay attention because you sometimes will hear them just giggling maniacally.
Nice.
Pretty evil little guys.
I'll keep trying to get a low land, but I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of luck. These I think are even higher than that. There's an even one. Let me see. Oh yeah, this guy's lulled.
Ooh, now if you run over to forage.
If you get on top of him, you'll aggro him. But even right here, yeah, you can hear him giggling. So good.
Wait, shots.
Oh yeah, I guess this isn't synced, right? So I'm hearing different things that you guys aren't.
Hmm.
Some he's not coming up. Dull senses head to wear too. God, a little outfit. I love the hat, man. I want that.
The hat's
hat.
great.
Gets me excited for gnomes.
Sweet. Let's continue this path.
Frickin' haunchies.
Oh yeah, tons of cool loot too. Or there's a guy, Briar's Rise, just bragging about how much whortleberry wine he can drink. There's a whole little village. Terrifying. So we can break that if you guys want, or we can continue on the path. Here you're gonna see ECO's one and only log bridge. It's pretty exciting.
Very nice.
It needs a sign. World's best log bridge. Come
World's
see the
best
log
log-
bridge.
We want to make a server that's just log bridges.
Hmm.
Like log bridge death jump challenge. So we have a lot of log bridges out there.
In everything I make, like anything that's outdoors, or even just about everything I've made so far has at least one log bridge on it. And we were actually joking around about like, oh, what if we had our expansion was on the moon and we just had a really long log bridge to get you there.
Log bridges solve everything.
That temple's creepy.
Yeah, I don't know what your plan was, so I'll let you guide us.
Yeah, let's just go up this hill on the right, I think, because temple. There's something by a temple, but it's dark red.
I think
So
that's called the Temple of Skeeter. I don't know if that's true.
Temple of Skeeter. So I think we're gonna get this. Oh, Hanchi on the left. Cool.
Oh, I hit level 6.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Resist.
I'm not even 4 yet. Or not even 5 yet.
That snare has some aggro.
Yeah. Pretty much gotta throw it on at like 50%. The aggro stuff also is brand new, so those numbers we probably have to wiggle around a bit.
Virtually everything requires some, a ton of tuning, but it's nice to get things in, and especially as we bring more of the melee abilities in and stuff, that's going to have a huge impact, and
Yeah,
still
that's
constantly be rebalancing all the time.
And
Yep.
taunt can't fail right now, so you can snap aggro whenever you want.
A lot of haunchies. Oh man. Pretty cool. Get over there. Looks pretty magical. How are you just running up there? You friends with these guys? Oh, they suspicious to me.
Same as
Suspicious.
these.
Anybody? Everybody suspicious? All right,
No.
cool.
Nobody's KOS.
Yay! Well, that's neat. But we definitely could be KOS. Check it out. Oh, I see something named up there.
Trooper, it's hand placed.
Sawyer Trader.
Oh, upstairs through the window.
Yeah, I see a Sawyer Trader.
Yeah, I haven't seen this named yet.
All right. Should we go
So
to
what's
the
the plan?
side?
Are we rushing up to kill that named, or what are we doing?
I don't know. It's up to you guys. I would go around this place and see if we can find stairs on the other side or something for a KOS. What's on the far side? And then yeah, I'd be down to try to break that. Oh. This music's cool.
Would you look at that?
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah, I like that little reveal.
Pretty cool.
Sweet. Well, what do you guys
Makes
think?
wonder what these coalition guys have going on.
Should give him some of the murder.
That'll flip his
Yeah.
KOS.
Whatever, we could do the stuff at the mill, like kill the named, but we can also try and go down there. That stuff I know gets really high level really fast.
Yeah.
I think we should go into the mill. Sean, you got to remember too, ticked off Captain Ravis, so he's probably like 1 kill to KOS, because remember he said he was gonna interfere with him.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like,
Sean will hit KOS
dude.
before the rest of us for sure.
That'll be fun. All right, I guess
That's
let's
good.
kill her
Yeah, let's do it.
for the loots. They're all wearing leather gear, so I don't know. That'd be cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, to get all spoilerific too, but this is near where they've had some problems in areas that they've dug down there in the mines. A lot of magic seeping in, especially it's like the nights got longer, so that's where our Halloween content is, and it's kind of like if you picture Howling Stones South, you know, where there's several different bosses that can spawn at any of these different spawn points, but
Mhm.
entirely in the pitch black. So if you were ever in Howling Stone South and you were like, this is fun, but I wish it was pitch black in here, that's what I made.
This is fun,
That's
but I
awesome.
wish I was more disoriented and afraid.
Every time I'm down there, like,
Pretty accurate.
this is terrible. How could it be terribler? What a blast. You have to listen for the whispers of Grixius in the dark, too, to find the boss spawn points and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Alright, I don't think I'm KOS yet.
I don't think I'm KOS yet either, but we're going to have to be careful. Like,
Oh, put your aggro on. If you haven't, I forgot. I just did. Titan, you can do that too.
all right. Should we go up this? Yeah, we could clear up the stairs. Nick's just going to go
Are you
straight.
KOS yet, Sean, if you caught
Nope.
these, or no?
Still suspicious.
Okay, well, we might as well follow Nick and just
Oh, okay.
roll the
Just
name.
Zerg in the room. All right. Down.
Try, I have no idea. Like I said, I actually have not done this named. Actually, this is kind of sketch, right?
Yeah, it's super sketch.
Oh, this guy's red to us. There's no way. Right?
I think this guy's probably more suspicious of us now.
we're all standing in the room sizing him up.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Was this on our path, Kyle? Or what did you want to do?
I'm golden. I wanted to check out the haunchies and get out here, so I'm down for whatever anybody wants to try. I would give this a go, or we can play it safe. Or...
Should we try to lull one of these, maybe? The mill hand, maybe?
That's what I would go for.
Or I guess there's a laborer, too.
Yeah, these are all we get. Oh, the laborers even. If I get a resist, though, we'll get, like, everything, and I'm going to go splat.
We could probably kill the laborer and off-tank it without problems, too.
Yeah, but the second we engage the laborer, all this is going to add, I think.
Oh, right.
I have no idea. I don't even know what level this guy is because he's red. He could be level 50. I have no clue.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
I think let's just burn the ads and then kill the boss. All right.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start it up.
Let me heal. Let me buff you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess buff up, prep, and then we'll. Yeah, I think we should try to lull the laborer, right?
I can lull the laborer, and then we can try and just get the boss +1. And I think Nick's right. I think we burn the ad first, and then try and see if we can survive. Too bad. Oh, I was gonna say too bad Titan's AFK, but he's here. We need his pet deeps for sure.
All right.
What was the game plan?
Kill the mill hand and then kill the boss.
I'm gonna try and lull this laborer, but it's like I might get a resist, so we're gonna see how this all goes. We ready?
All right, I'll put my pet on the boss.
Yep.
Okay, wait for this lull. That landed. I'm gonna keep it lulled.
Nice. Mill hands 35%. Is that?
There is one right outside too, so watch out for that.
Oh no, mill hand's running. Oh,
I got the snare.
Nice.
That was clutch.
Try not to step directly on the laborer too, because she's lulled right now. But if we step on her, she'll wake up. Come on, mill hand guy.
She woke up.
Oh.
Yeah, let's just kill her. She's very low level. And we're actually doing okay here.
Sweet. Yeah, I've never killed this guy either. Nobody's. Recatax probably killed this guy.
I'm at like 30 mana.
Yeah, I think we're. Yeah, I think we owned it.
Oh, nice. I thought he was at like 80 still.
No.
I'm at 50.
I'm out of mana and I can't get a snare if he starts running.
Okay.
They all resisted.
I'm curious what your guys' thought is on kind of the strategy that we took, because I've been thinking about, you know, faction systems. Like in EverQuest, you can have like your faction pullers and stuff, kind of like bypass some content and get like a clean pull and stuff like that. Where do you guys stand on that, like as like a philosophy?
We are like, we think faction is one of the things, again, that we really love about EQ that hasn't really been done well in other games. And especially, like, I don't want to ruin too much, but there is like a kind of, you can befriend the coalition, or you can befriend their enemy type thing. And I guess from the faction hits, you can kind of tell what's going on. But we like that players are going to have to choose between one or the other. And I think it's exactly what you said, Nick. You're going to probably have situations where it might trivialize pulls and stuff like that, but we're totally into those decisions and those faction grinds. I don't know if I answered your question directly, but
You don't get a lot of opportunity to do that, I'll say too. I mean, like, I'm quite sure with Trado dead here now that we're going to be KOS with them. So any one of the names, any like 5 of them, so you start really suspicious with these guys already. You also have different classes that are going to have like different kind of natural relationships with them. So like the druids, as we saw from the last stream, Sean encountered them previously with them on the landing pad, and they didn't do some of the other quests that they could have done there that would have them actually going and assaulting that camp and trying to get them out of there. So he would have already been KOS coming into here. You also might have seen the coalition recruitment officers around towns. So that would be a place you could start your adventure if you want to go onto that side. And down at that quarry, we have a large administrative building, whereas people that might be seeking things out for good loots and purging, everything of the coalition, and there might be others coming there to turn in their papers and sign up with the coalition, so
Right.
kind of create that dichotomy too. So, but yeah, there'd definitely be opportunities to, exploit a strategy like we just did, but you're gonna have very few opportunities to do that. And... Did anybody loot this Forcan staff, by the way? It's like a sweet... It's like a monkey weapon, but it looks like all the priests can use it too.
I mean, I can pass it on to Sean.
Just thought it was...
I like my
What are
hammer
your-
better, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'll loot it just to see
Oh,
what it
yeah,
looks
you
like.
got a Dock Master's hammer with stats and stuff. Looks mostly like a monk staff. Cool.
I mean, that's pretty sweet. I love this. What are your thoughts on that, Nick?
So it's something I've been thinking through for M&M, but I haven't really come to a decision on it. I think like both sides, can create, interesting opportunities. Like if you kind of more restrict the faction so that you can't have strategies like that, then you kind of preserve encounter difficulty, but then you kind of lose the emergent gameplay of being factioned and being able to pull off those strategies. So I'm kind of torn on it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I asked.
Yeah, and I think for us, we're not even like, oh, we're getting repops. I don't even think we're at that stage of figuring out. We're more of like, man, we have a faction system. Let's see what like neat choices we can make for the player. I think that's the mode we're in right now. We haven't thought too deeply about I don't even know if I call them exploits, but it's like you said.
Emergent
Yeah.
gameplay. I like it.
But yeah, like being able to spend a ton of time, even though it's hard, and befriend one of the races of gnolls, and then you can get like a crazy quest line through all this work you did to faction up with like what most people would be killing. Like we want to have things like that. A lot of people in EQ loved, bringing an ogre to Crushbone and eventually being able to vendor and Kelethin or stuff like that. And I think having those grinds laid out for people that are motivated is kind of the essence of what we're trying to do with the faction system.
Yeah. I mean, we've been calling those monster cities. The idea of, you've got these interesting locales and obscure factions, and if you want to take the time to level that faction and potentially unlock gates in that faction in order to be able to experience that content and gain access to different quests or vendors or whatever, then why wouldn't we facilitate that?
Yeah, totally. And letting people stand out. If you did have one guy in the group who grinded his Gnoll faction so high that he could like maybe have an opportunity, like Nick is saying, to snipe a named or something, it kind of like makes that one person feel special and other things. And I know it will be abused, so we'll have to figure out certain parts of it. But yeah, it is an interesting trade-off. Oh, go ahead.
We also I would say we haven't done any legwork too because we have some ideas of how to. So like one of the things, kind of talking about the, already kind of mentioned factioning with the gnolls and stuff, but in our context, the monster cities that we're currently working on, to steal your term for it, are still kind of buried. So it's still a challenge to get out there and stuff like that and take advantage of those. So they become kind of like these nestled away refuges just for, a small group of individuals. And I really like that, kind of like that idea.
I think that's why places like Chardock, where you can
Yes.
faction up and skip all that content, they put all that undead in there. I wonder how much of it was just because they wanted to stop those exploits, which end up happening anyways.
The emergence, I don't know how much I care, because I think about things like faction train ups and Vashon's Peak and stuff like that, right? So obviously can have huge implications in kind of a rating scenario and things you didn't intend. But I still love the emergence of it, playing with the faction stuff early.
Yeah, I mean, and it you know, there's consideration to it, right? Like, it's not like a completely like, okay, this trivializing it. It's like, okay, we need a faction puller, you know, or whatever, you know. And I think that having those considerations is it's kind of interesting, especially in like a guild, you know, rating perspective.
And it's also funny the other way when 5 people in your group are not KOS, but then there's that one guy that is, and you forget. Like, I could see it being the other way too, and it being pretty funny or terrible, I guess, for that person. Are we chilling in here for a bit? Is that the plan? I guess we're
Sorry.
winding down anyways.
Right.
Never mind. We only
Yeah,
got 10
Oh well,
so
yeah.
minutes.
I only got 15 minutes stuff. Crazy.
I created it, but I don't have no idea when this, you know, dude respawns or how he shows up or what's going on. But yeah, since we only have a few minutes, I mean, we could go, you know.
We could walk around the outskirts of the quarry area just to take a look-see at it.
Yeah, I guess, and then we could like come out of here and head right and at least get back to the path, for, you know. So then we, you know, kind of orient ourselves towards the fork.
Cool.
Let's do that, and at least we'll have a
Right.
we'll look around a bit, and then we can
Okay.
kind of
so I
wind
guess-
down, anyways.
Yeah, let's just fight these few guys out the stairs, and then we should be able to.
Oop, I crashed again.
Man. I'm sorry. Will.
Yeah, sorry, brah. I don't know what's up.
Submit your DX diag with your report.
I imagine it must be something specific to Pattis' setup because it seems like he crashes every 30 minutes or so.
It's the crypto miner.
When was the last time you updated your drivers? Oh, I'm getting smacked.
Yeah, I got you. Maybe.
Oh,
I got patch wounds off oof.
Nick's good.
Is this your heal over time? Oh, that's minor durability. God, I love that I can hover over buffs on other people. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like one of our newest features.
That 2021 technology, man.
I'm still not KOS.
Oh, really? Something must be wrong in Trade then, 'cause should be pretty much KOS.
I don't see Pattis anywhere.
I'm logging back in. I locked up again.
Oh, weird.
Although I think it's something with my machine, because I noticed both times that it actually happened. I had the stream playing on my other screen.
Ah, okay.
Having the stream and it at the same time didn't seem to like that.
Like I said, I do think the game right now is a bit of a resource hog, in general. But
We did some huge recent optimizations. I think what was it on just the occlusion chunking? That was like 60% less, or 70 or
got
80%
another
less
ad.
modules coming down, and
I'm back in.
I'm not sure how this is gonna go.
Careful, don't stand in the doorway, because we'll get more ads.
I got you.
I logged out in game. My kids are getting a little fussy, so I'm just kind of hanging out now.
That's cool. I imagine I could have used it.
Oh, we got a mill worker running with some. He's at 4% inside the hut.
Uh-oh. I ran in, attacked him, hit him once, and accidentally sat down.
I saw that. That was a funny combo.
I just hit F for sit by accident.
This mill worker's at 8%.
Damn, she died dramatically.
Can you taunt this supervisor once for me, Nick?
Yeah.
Super crazy.
And then I'll try and heal you here. Thank you. I think me sitting up on the roof is getting a bit of aggro.
So do you think, is this dude like a PH, or do you think the
I have no clue, man.
popped? I don't remember what I did.
The spawn time's super fast up here is all I know. So we're gonna have to, if we do want to go exploring, we're gonna have to hop off here.
Let's get this guy down and get down the stairs. I just try to loot anything you can on your way out. GTFO.
That's a great point.
Wax thread arms, coalition issue timber axe, work visas. Alright, we should probably get down the stairs. See what's that.
Yeah, I death touched a couple.
Oh, okay. Well,
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Thanks, man.
I was gonna say, it looks like you leveled up a couple times there.
Alright, I think I'm just gonna start dropping if I don't take stupid fatty ogre damage.
Such a nice area.
Thanks, man.
Yeah,
I
there's
really-
a few pretty fun names to like try and get to also that are kind of showing off their loot in the distance.
And this is also where I was talking, the kind of big building across here from us is, you know, where people that join the coalition might be going and getting their, you know, work orders and requests from their coalition overlords. It's a very shady organization that runs all kinds of businesses as well as cons, kind of all over the world of Abrulon. So your choice on how you relate to them kind of can have far-reaching implications, or at least is currently the idea.
Nice.
And this area is called the Fellwood Plains. So as you see, they pretty much desecrated the resources here. Under contract in the construction of Leont. Which also means they've displaced the gnolls.
Poor Knowles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's too bad they ruined their homeland.
Still not ruined mine.
Yeah, they already have, is the thing. That's the difference. That's the difference between ours and EQ. You ruined my homeland, now I'll ruin yours.
Hey, it works.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. Yeah, and we can see a bunch of Lightfoots here, so fur color on these gnolls. And this path here, if we continue down south, will eventually lead us back to the guard tower and Ellard's Fork. So I thought that would be a good place to kind of get us to as we wind down here.
Very cool. Very nice and well-structured tour.
Thanks. Hope it didn't feel too on rails there at the end.
No,
Just really
not at
wouldn't
all.
Show off that path that lets you kind of cut off the content.
Ooh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Dun dun dun.
Maybe swap. Ooh. No, it's this one. Oh, this is scary. Ooh.
Brittle bones of Gentry Carpe.
Hmm.
I actually am not sure what level this thing is, but I guess we can try. Worst case, we go splat.
It's yellow to me, so.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
that's good. It's
cool.
ultra red to me. This what was that named we just killed, Nick? Yellow to you or name or red to you?
Yellow, I believe.
Oh, okay. So that makes me feel better.
Yeah, it was a yellow, a white, and a blue for me.
Ah, okay. It was all reds and yellows.
Ooh, probably shouldn't have used snare right off the bat. That was my bad.
Oh, I'm gonna send you an invite. Paris.
Resisted slow. Dotted. Oh god, that's a lot of mana. Resisted slow.
So yeah, we just got our level 4 spells, and there's probably more that we missed, and then
Oops, sorry.
all the level 8 spells are fleshed out as well. So there's a lot to look forward to in terms of fun spells.
And it's kind of I think it's a little compacted right now. We really want to kind of see some of the iconic class spells early. Although I personally feel the cadence is pretty good, but you know, you can imagine some of those really important bread and butter skills like the slow and stuff like that spread a little bit thinner than we have, and more utility sprinkled in there as we come up with those mechanics. So your class gains an identity, I think, sooner, which maybe is something we want to keep in the curve, or is, you know, more there for testing purposes and seeing how they all play together. So that's yet to
Right.
be determined.
Yeah, because the test island ends at like 10 or 12. We've been like, it would be really neat to have XYZ and XYZ, blah, blah, blah. So we've been putting all the really neat spells way earlier than they should be, I think. Like, I should have this badass heal over time for Nick at level 4.
What's he got at?
Carpe's Firebrand. Well,
Ooh.
that is very nice. Got whiz and mana on it.
Oh. You gonna yank it?
I'll pass.
I'm gonna pass. They're so kind. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Thank
It's
you.
a sweet one because it's a light source, but you still get your stats, so it's like a really fun item to get early.
And I get to dual wield torches now.
Heck
Nice.
yeah. All right. Head. I'm gonna keep heading south just so I can like camp by Ellard's Fork. But if anybody needs to go or is any
might-
last,
No, I might turn on the lights just while we're saying our goodbyes here, though.
can you do like super early morning or super
Oh, sure.
some dusk or dawn? I love some foggy. Although that was some foggy.
Ooh. Mood lighting. Fishing weather, or fishing time of day.
Yep. 6 a.m.
Sean wants this to be like 23 hours of the day. Look like this.
How many
Like
times?
to always have it the pretty like dawn and dusk
Well,
time
it's,
is what you mean?
well, basically extend dawn and dusk a bit artificially, so that
That is the dream.
you know. I mean, because
Totally.
they're nice.
Ryan,
We're like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
sorry, Ryan just pounds set hour 10 constantly.
do.
So.
I like my fingers when I come into the game. I set hour 10. That's all I do. But
And I love the fog and mist. I love that dawn and dusk, and then he has it at like, you know, the brightest straight light you can.
Yeah, when it's just sort of that kind of noon overhead light, that horrible photo light, right?
Oh yeah, it's bad. Like that's like this. It's very, yeah. I mean, it's not too bad because there's such high contrast. But I know what
Yeah,
you
it's still pretty in here, but you know, when we were looking at it in the desert and M&M and stuff, it's like, as I was saying, it'd be nice to be able to manipulate it a little bit per zone, and in zones where there's not as much going on, maybe have it so that we look at more weather effects. For us, like in Shaded Dunes, you know, play with dust storms a little bit more during the day, and then chill out in dusk and
That's cool.
dawn and at night, so you can enjoy those, that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean that's another system we don't have that we'd love is some sort of weather, but one
Yeah,
day.
we have our day night and the clouds and everything, but yeah, weather systems will be a big fun build out. We did just right after the build for this, we've added, you know, some falling leaves and other particles. So Ellard's Fork's really pretty right now with all right here. There's a little leaves periodically raining onto the ground. So, but yeah, I can't wait to dive into the weather and all that cool stuff too.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys are going to do a fantastic job. It already looks amazing.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. And we cannot wait to hop in and play some M&M.
Yeah,
wait
we're
for
looking. Yeah, we're looking forward to having you. All right, so I am gonna wrap up for today. It is 11 o'clock my time. Thank you again for having us in. The time
was
has
really fun.
flown. It's really
Yeah,
fun.
thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is awesome.
It's a lot of fun. Real fast 3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Really lose your time. Dude.
Cool. So the Discord can be found via the website, correct?
Yes.
And the music, you can check it out there as well. Let's see. Is there anything else that you guys need to say on that front?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, come hang out and join the Discord, and we're gonna have some more tests in the future. And we're pumped to, like I said, these streams with the M&M guys always help us stay motivated and put a line in the sand on feature sets. So we're excited to flesh out the next big dungeon that we've kind of been working towards this entire time, and have a really awesome next playthrough, whenever that is.
Yeah, I mean, and it works the same for us. Very inspirational, and honestly, it's really cool to be able to see the progress that you guys have made. So, looking forward to the next one of these. We may have to squeeze in some off stream as well, but
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
ooh, all right. Well, thanks again. I am going to head out, and for those of you that are either new to the stream, which it looks like a few of you are, here is the stream Discord. Here is the M&M Discord. If you don't know what the hell we mean by M&M this whole time, there is our website. Check it out. If you haven't signed up for the mailing list, that's always nice. It's nice to see that grow. Gives us the idea of who's interested in eventually getting some updates. We will not spam you in the meantime. We usually just give any updates we're going to give on Discord or update the website. So, yeah, man, it has been a fun week being able to play with you guys. And, cool. Everyone, we will see you on Tuesday at the usual time, 8 p.m. German time. I think that's like 11 a.m. California time. And, yeah, we are out of here. Thanks, guys.
Peace.